This version of It's Erik Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Finally! Rock has come back to San Diego!
It's Erik Nagel. It starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear, it's Erik Nagel.
Thank you, Scott Shannon. Welcome to the program. I am Erik Nagel. Over there, we've got some other people here with us. We've got Jordan.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, your mic needs to be on.
Unmute everybody.
There you go. And that. All right, Jordan's there.
Hello.
Hollywood agent Rob Stark, right over there. Trevor's here.
Hi, Trevor.
Some bald guy. Hi, Scotty. How are you? Look at all that. Very fun. I know. A lot of people here. All right. We are live in San Diego at the Morning Show Boot Camp Convention here at the Hard Rock Hotel.
Correct.
Right in the Gaslamp District. Let's get the show stuff out of the way, and then we can talk about all the other nonsense that we have to talk about. If you're listening to us on the iHeartRadio app, thank you very much for doing so. If you're listening to us on Apple, Spotify, any of those other places that you get your stuff on demand, do us a kindness, go over there, leave us a positive review. It does help out the program. And if you're watching us live, you want to join the live rooms over on YouTube and Twitch, all under It's Erik Nagel. And if you're listening in another dimension, time, shape, form, whatever, and you want to see the produced version of the show that you missed, also available there on YouTube. It is a lovely day. It is not as hot as we thought it was going to be, although we've just been sitting here doing nothing, and I feel very warm. And you're sweating.
Well, we've been moving around a lot.
Are you having a heart attack? Lift your left arm. You're good?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm fine.
Fine.
No, it's more humid here than it is in Arizona, so I'm used to the heat, but humidity-wise, it's a little bit different.
Right.
It is nice seeing you in the same time zone.
It is.
Same room, same
and the
area.
sun's out.
The sun's out.
We're still an hour late, so that's no different for how we do the show.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to change up too much.
Fantastic. And Rob joined us out here. He left his abode in Los Angeles and made the trek down here. Thank you for actually doing something.
You're welcome. The good thing is we're right next to the pool.
Right.
So when Jordan strikes out, there's easily at least 2 health professionals that will stand over him and pronounce him dead.
Yeah, and I'm sure since we're close to the pool, we have one of those AED defibrillators. You can just shock me back. And
we're not going to use it on you, but there's definitely here.
Or we could just throw him in the pool and use him as a flotation device. The kids can have fun, dive onto you.
I'm good with it.
Or just throw them over the building.
I made my peace.
That one, what was that? That country singer in Nashville started throwing furniture off the rooftop of the bar.
Oh my God, yeah.
We can just dump you on the other side of the hotel where it just seems to be The Walking Dead, and they can feast on you while Rob and I make the getaway.
Yeah, we did see a lot of The Walking Dead walking up the Gaslamp area.
It is. It's hot. It's crazy. It is beautiful during the day, but as the sun starts to set, this town definitely does have a walker problem, and that seems to be most of the state of California has that as well. This is your first time coming to any kind of convention like this?
In the radio industry, yes. I've been to other things for like my business and my work, but
Comic-Cons,
I've been to those kinds of things. This was definitely different. I did show up a little bit later. You were gracious to kind of get us in and watch. It is very interesting, to see how everyone interacts, the schmoozing, the glad-handing, the trying to make connections, and then some of the
Rob's laughing at you. Rob, why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because they just turned up the really bad
I was gonna
music.
say,
everyone here wasn't like caring.
Right.
They're not into the Club Mix 2004 that's going on back there, which is just hilarious because we're at the Hard Rock for a radio conference.
Right.
And the music selections that I've been overhearing for the last 2 days, truly atrocious.
I've seen stuff from Slash in the lobby. I've seen stuff from The Who and the Beatles.
Right.
I have heard Pitbull all weekend.
In the background, it's like party rock.
Right.
Yeah. We heard that country cover of Get Tipsy.
I was going to say, you said you heard that like 3 or 4
12 times in 2 days.
It's like the worst bat mitzvah that's always happening in the background. And they literally have
DJ
the
Scheinberg
giveaway
presents.
tchotchkes all around everywhere. There's the fake sunglasses, the neon tubies. it's good to see the state of radio is strong.
Yeah,
Good.
we could take selfies with Lays and funky glasses together. I mean, yeah, it is interesting to hold this event at the Hard Rock, and we have yet to hear rock in any way, shape, or form. So,
Right.
but it is nice here.
Oh, great. Black Eyed Peas. A little 2000 and late, but here it is now.
Rob's going to start singing my
E-Rock
humps.
Radio. You're talking over the ramp. I hit the post. No, I didn't hit the post perfectly.
You didn't.
There's still more to go with the post. There's a lot of stuff we got to get into here. Right. The travel to get over here, what was going on at the convention. People want to come and stop by. I told them they don't have to. Why would you want to? But they said they may mosey over here.
We're at a
and say
radio
hello to us.
convention, and we're the only ones doing a show. I mean, I figured maybe that someone would want to
It's
say
weird.
hi.
I've been to these before, and other people have set up to do their morning shows with a Comrex machine up in their hotel room where there's nobody around, there's no life, and we had this whole area here. And what is she doing?
She's riding a She's
having a great time.
She's riding a bike.
I'm glad she can't hear me right now. I kind of sort of just trashed the conference that she's running.
Yeah, she didn't run that.
She's not running it?
she's not running it.
No, I realized
that's the
I
other
was
one.
doing that right in front of her.
No.
And I just turned to her and said, I'm sorry.
No.
And she's like, oh, I don't care, it's fine.
She's like, I'm going to go ride a bicycle.
I kind of made a mistake there.
No. When that comes over, I'll make the cutting of the throat sign.
Gotcha. I'll just make sure
for the
I'm not
organizers.
trashing.
But no, that's our new friend Anna, who we'll get to talk to in just a little bit. So, all right. So, coming down to the convention, I'm coming from New York. Trevor, he's
lurking behind us.
Trevor's living his best life right now in a flamingo onesie.
Trevor's 6 deep.
Yes.
Since like 2 o'clock.
And by the time he'll get here, he'll have another 2 in his hand.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to him in a bit. Trevor and I were supposed to go on different flights, but around the same time from Newark Airport to come out here. United flights. The night before, everything started going nuts. Everything started getting canceled. There was trouble up and down the eastern seaboard from, it was like that hurricane that was coming up, and then another storm hit. So from Georgia all the way up to Massachusetts was just a wall of thunder and lightning and terribleness. And Trevor was supposed to leave Tuesday night.
Right.
And they canceled and rescheduled his flight 5 different times. At one point, Trevor, come here. At one point, come here.
You can get on that mic too.
Yeah, let me bring him up on the other camera there. There's Trevor in his onesie. Look at how fantastic
he
it
is.
Oh, yeah.
He's everything 1990s. It's
Hi,
wonderful.
Trevs.
I love it.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How are you?
Oh, just living the dream. I wanted to put a collar on since we're at a party.
Right.
So I noticed that you also put a collar on.
I did. Yeah. It was hot.
Jordan, thanks for.
I just showed up.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had to have a
He
collar.
rolled out of bed, just threw some sneakers on, and drove 6 hours.
Can you introduce us for the 5th time? Been here for 3 days.
Yes, Trevor, meet Hollywood agent Rob Stark.
Hey, Rob, how you doing?
How's it going?
Oh,
It's nice to meet you.
Looking for an agent? I can work a deal here with you. We'll get into that in a
Way
bit.
too good looking to be my agent.
So I'm telling them about our flights and how our flights got canceled. Trevor's got canceled 5 different times. Tell us the one route where they wanted you to go to like 4 or 5 different cities.
Which time? So the main one, after the first flight got canceled, they wanted me to run to a different terminal. I was going to go to Florida, then lay over there for 4 hours, wound up in Houston, landed LAX, and then I had to figure out a way to get to San Diego from LAX. And then when that got canceled, I got auto-booked to go to San Juan. So they wanted me to go to Puerto Rico. And then I'd go to Houston maybe, and then land in LAX 2 days later.
So leave the continental United States to go to the other side of the continental United States.
And I was like, if I go to Puerto Rico, I'm not leaving.
Right.
Carmen
Yeah, at
San
this point,
Diego
don't even go to
thinks you're doing
Houston.
too much.
Yeah, that's what. By the way, what? I'm sorry.
We're just going to talk over each other really quick.
Yeah,
Because one of us is desperate to get our lines out, and the other one's Jordan.
Yes.
Let me pull my book out of all mine.
Yeah. So let's go. Let's move on.
So finally, Trevor gives up, and they told him they're shutting everything down, and a lot of planes didn't make it into the airport. So Trevor's going to go home. He calls me on his route home, and he's telling me all of this about his son. He's like, "Did you cancel your flight?" I said, "No, my flight's still good." Ding! I go and look at my phone. Nope, my flight just got canceled too. And I had a direct flight from Newark to San Diego, and then they rebooked me from Newark to LA, and then like a puddle jumper from LA to San Diego. I go to bed. I wake up in the morning. That flight's canceled too. And Trevor tells me that his luggage is in San Diego. So they would not empty the planes. They took everything, any flights that were determined to go to whatever destination, they just loaded them up on whatever next flight was available and sent everybody's shit to all these different cities.
Apparently that's a thing. You know, that's normal, they said. And I said, well, my flight literally got changed. I had 8 different plane tickets at one point. I said, if this thing winds up in fucking Puerto Rico, I want my bag back, dude.
Right.
I said, I'm diabetic. I said, all my insulin's in there. I'm going to pass out and die. And they're like, should we call an ambulance? I'm like, no, just give me my bag.
Trevor, how panicked were you that you would get to San Diego and not have access to that outfit?
I'm not joking. I had no clothes. I put all my grade A material in
I feel like
bag.
that might actually be an improvement in some of these scenarios, but I'm still on your team.
Oh, dude, otherwise I would have had to wear normal clothes here. And like then I would just, mesh in with all these other schlubs here.
So you would look like a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So your stuff doesn't get unloaded from the plane and get sent to San Diego. Why didn't they put you guys on the plane where your stuff went?
No, so apparently not enough planes were able to land at the airport. So the first flight out, there was a plane for that, but then like Erik's plane was gone. They didn't have one for him. They didn't have one for me at one point.
Yeah, because I heard one of your planes was stuck in Arizona with me.
Yeah. No joke.
Jesus Christ.
That was the first one. So what happens is they literally took the first flight out, which maybe has like, say it has 100 people on it.
Right.
It had 300 people's luggage on it. And so they finally, I called in the morning and they're like, oh, your bag, we found it this morning. It's on a plane right now to San Diego. And if no one claims it, you'll get it back in like 10 days. And I was like, what's the flight number? And luckily I knew my friend was on the flight. And I was texting her all the time. I was like, as soon as you land, go to the carousel. As soon as you land, go to the carousel. And my bag was just going around. Randomly going around the carousel.
They weren't even going to intercept the fact that they knew they were sending a bag without a person. They were just relying on the fact that you wouldn't collect it to then take it.
According to the lovely woman I spoke on the phone.
Dana.
What?
Dana. You spoke to Dana, right?
No, I was talking about LaQuisha. I didn't want to say it. I talked to LaQuisha.
She don't live here no more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Apparently, this just happens all the time. United cut their customer service like 3 weeks ago, and she's like, not our fault. Here's a card. Call the number. We want our jobs back. Your bag's lost. This sucks. And I was like, that's not good customer service, but thank you for letting me know that I'm basically screwed.
Yeah, so they apparently laid off their customer service division, and if the counters aren't, it's after hours for the counters, it's all shut down and dark, and you're screwed.
Yeah, I saw Trevor's post on it where all the counters completely gone, all the little stanchions with the little queue lines empty, and then the other post you posted, you just see people lined up for God knows a mile.
Yeah. I have found one couple there that they landed in Berlin 3 days earlier and they still couldn't get out.
Jesus.
And there was the one guy going to a golf tournament down in Florida, and they sent his bag of $7,000 golf clubs without him.
Yes.
Down to Florida.
And so he just didn't go.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know who you are, but you look like an angel. She's got more
Trevor,
drinks.
Anna, Trevor.
Wow.
Anna. Sorry, Anna.
Hi, Anna.
I gotta go schmooze real quick. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna hand these beers over. You guys look like beer dudes.
Oh, we're getting beer.
I'm not,
I've never
but
seen,
Rob, you can have
I've
mine.
actually,
Thank
I don't
you.
know
Cool.
if I've actually ever drank an alcoholic beverage with the E-Rock.
I was going to say, I don't think I've ever heard of Erik really drinking anything.
You know why?
He was
He's
sending pictures
he's a
from his
Twisted
cruise.
Tea guy.
Look at my Twitter audience, and then when they're all telling me that I'm eating myself to death, or that I am, my eyes are bulging for whatever because of gross amounts of alcohol consumption, and I go, how are you wrong on every account? What am I doing to myself if I look like that?
There's no drink you can put in front of Erik that he'll actually drink if he can't put a baggie of Crystal Light into it first.
You know what? That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
He's just gonna
This beer has to taste like Skittles.
That giant 50-ounce bottle that I drink during the show and everything, it's black tea with lemon. That's it. That's it.
I like how she's like, you guys look like beer guys, but she brings Rob over like, I'm assuming like a
She asked
vodka
if
Sprite
I
or
wanted
something.
anything. I said no, thank you. She said, "Come on," and I immediately said vodka soda.
She looked at his tight pants and tight shirt. And she goes, "You're looking for something with low calories."
I'm not used to being at
Meanwhile,
conferences.
Jordan's sweating. He's wearing shorts.
It's fucking hot.
You're gay.
That's a guy that enjoys some calories.
Yeah. I'm not
you should have
usually
seen
in
what we
the
had for
top
dinner lunch.
5% of handsome
Dunch
at some of the conferences that I go to. So I'm gonna let it ride a little bit. Like compared to the gremlins that are back
Rob just
there.
called everybody here trolls.
I said gremlins, not trolls.
Oh, my bad.
Come on.
We don't want to get in trouble with Justin.
Come on.
Look, there's some big bosses that said they might come over here, so be on your best behavior.
It's wrong.
They said maybe.
But they said maybe.
I'm betting against you.
Probably.
Especially if they have to go after me. They're going to be like, that guy's there?
Yeah.
You have a head start on the alcohol. I think it's worse off on your
Who's the guy that looks like when a college kid puts a highlighter in an Absolute bottle and just puts it under a black light? Oh, that's Trevor. He produces one of our major shows in our major market.
Right.
You look
Number
like what
one,
they
10 chair.
You look like what they didn't want Van Wilder to actually be.
I'm kind of
Act like Bert Kreischer, but don't dress like Bert Kreischer.
You look like every folder I used to have in high school.
Am I just supposed to sit here and just insult my
looks
outfit
like
the whole
Elisa
entire time?
Frank.
You look like Elisa Frank.
We
All
love
right,
you,
sorry.
Trevor.
What was
Take
that
some
cup
shots
that
back.
had the little squiggly design on it?
I have to take these glasses off because they're not real and I couldn't see the whole entire time. I was just
There you go.
basically Ray Charles. I had
So
no
you were
idea.
faking it like Stevie Wonder.
No, he's got a heroin addiction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you didn't see that rumor that's been going around that Stevie Wonder's been faking that he's blind?
Oh my God. Well, that's a good act.
But it would make sense because isn't there a meme out there with him like taking pictures with the digital camera?
Something like
Yeah.
that. And then like somebody putting something up and he just walks over and takes it like he knew it was in that person's hand.
This whole entire time.
Right.
He's got a heightened sense of smell and hearing.
So what's it like coming to San Diego a week after Comic-Con?
It's fantastic. No lines, you get to wander around, there's nothing to buy, so you're not tempted. So you're just pretty much walking through like an abandoned building. And just thinking about what could have been in Hall H.
Can I also ask you another question? I don't know how you guys feel about it. Is this false advertising? Because apparently we're on the rooftop bar.
Right.
But we're like the rooftop of like the garage. Like the rest of the hotel is still many floors.
Yeah, you still got a few more floors, 6 more floors above us here. But I don't know, maybe there's some kind of ordinance that you can't have a pool that high.
I want those. There's bikes covered in fuzzy things. I want to go ride one.
You should.
Go do it.
Anna just
Anna
took
was
one
just
and was
doing
doing a couple of laps with it.
Yeah, but a pretty girl can do it. The guy wearing a highlighter outfit.
She was riding so slow, like that lens Steal My
She
Sunshine
was
thing.
riding politely. I feel like Trevor is going to make a scene.
Well, that's why Trevor will take the highlighter yellow bike.
Eric, look, I can bunny hop.
Yes, he's doing wheelies.
That's the dude bike. The other one is the female cruiser.
Okay.
Don't you remember how the bars go?
They're both beachcomber bikes.
No, they're not.
Look at the way the handles are and the makeshift basket on the front.
Yeah, this is riveting radio. No one can see the bikes we're
Yeah, I know.
actually looking
Theater
at.
of the mind. Hello,
on over.
miss. How are you?
Come on over,
You
sit
can
down.
come over. Say hello. Trev, you're going to have to share the mic a little bit.
Trevor made
Watch
his
your
way,
drink.
finally got here. You
I bring the people.
also had some
Our
issues.
lovely friends from
will
across
get
the
to that.
country.
Yep.
Or, across the county because I
Right.
live in San Diego.
Oh yeah, you're a local.
about him.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
and we're not friends.
Wow.
Dang.
I had you top 10 on MySpace, and that just went
Really?
down.
Right.
Snap.
Jeez.
She just blocked you in real life.
That reference is as topical as the pattern on that shirt.
Right, I know, right?
They're both from the same
They
time.
called me AC Slater before, and I was like, I'm Mario Lopez. I'm fine with that.
No.
You're not. No one confused you for Mario
entertaining.
Lopez.
You were
Bring it
Jesse's
back.
brother in the
Mario
one
Lopez
episode.
is from San Diego.
I knew this was a pool party, but I made the mistake of putting on cufflinks for this. I don't know.
I was
going to
say, you're a little fancy
thinking.
for this show.
You
Yeah.
can never overdress to a shindig, though. That's
good
what I've
point.
always been told.
Well, you can definitely underdress if you look at the majority of the faculty out there.
We are a motley crew of radio people, and yes, there are a lot of mistakes fashion-wise over there.
Wow.
Yeah, I was.
I'm sandwiched between two fashion mistakes.
I came in a little bit late today, and I was looking around. And I was like,
Can't
you could
argue with
definitely
what it's-
pinpoint different radio program styles based off how everyone was dressed.
Yeah,
some
Jordan
of the
walked
panels.
in like this and was like, my people.
Yeah, I'm at home.
Let's introduce
No, when
over
you do
there.
the drinks, by the way, it goes in your mouth, not on.
No, I know, but that's not clearly not alcohol. That's like the chicken satay, my friend.
Okay.
Not
Corey
so-
Dillon,
What goes in her mouth?
Big
Yeah.
100 in San Diego, right?
What's that? I'm in San Diego. Yeah.
Big 100, right?
What?
What's your frequency?
I'm deaf.
You're
100.7 Big
Oh,
FM.
okay.
You're talking
I get-
low.
I am?
Yeah.
Low
All right.
talker.
He also
What
has.
is your- All right,
he
I'm
has
sorry.
headphones on, so he hears himself.
That is true.
And the rest of
and
us are
making
just-
sure I could hear everybody else here and that the
Yes.
audience can hear you. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're on Big
100.7 Big FM.
in San Diego.
San Diego.
And Kevin Quinn is pretty much a legendary station in Houston, KRBE, right?
That's right.
Right?
In the stifling, oppressive Houston heat.
A lot
Yeah.
of New York talent that has become very famous and legends in the New York market were picked, like Tom Pullman.
Tom Pullman.
From that station. He brought Elvis in. He
Paul
brought
Cubby Bryant.
Paul Cubby Bryant.
Still friends with several of my colleagues because there's a lot of people still in the building that remember working with Cubby.
He has a gas problem.
Kevin, do that radio voice again.
My radio voice? This is it. This is what you get.
I know.
And here's Night Train. Sorry.
Well, he's got the look.
This is.
He looks like, I can't remember his name now, but the guy from Greatest American Hero. The blonde guy?
God.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, the blonde curls.
Not Robert Culp, the other one.
I don't know.
All right,
I'll have to look at it.
You know who I'm talking
2024
about.
is the year that I decided to let my hair grow out. It's normally like cut like yours, kind of like real short on the side, kind of high and tight, real short on the top.
He's looking at you like, no, man.
No, he's paying attention. He's giving him an audience.
Yeah.
This is the moment where I wish I left the sunglasses on, because then I do the dead stare of like, I absolutely am connecting with you right now, but my brain is just...
That was resting
inside
bitch
my
face.
brain is like the outside of the shirt, and it's just gone.
William Cat.
I only have 6 more.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's all good. Hi, Eric.
Hi. You having a good time?
Did you miss me?
I did.
I know you missed me.
I missed you so much.
No, and none of you guys are staying for tomorrow, the women's brunch. I'm actually a little offended.
Well, I'm literally here tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Are you going to come?
No.
Why?
I'm going to wake
You
up
hate
early.
women, that's it?
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That you don't serve
Clip that,
bacon.
put that out there, send
That's
it to
not
all the
true.
stations.
Oh, no, you there's no sausage at the party.
Right.
No, that is also
Well,
not true.
I also got yelled at for not going to, because I was asked if I was going to attend the women's brunch on Saturday.
I just got attacked now.
Then I said, no, I'm leaving Saturday morning. Why didn't you stay for this? There's still more to go. Like you, I said, it's a women's brunch. I didn't think I was supposed to be there. And then I was told, like, no, everybody should come. And everybody's... I was like...
It's not very progressive
we can't
of you,
exclude
Eric.
anybody, obviously.
It's 2024. We can't segregate.
We cannot.
You can certain people,
But
not
you know
everybody.
what? Honestly, I always thought of it as a mentorship
Us, I'm talking
situation.
about
Like,
us.
if you want to mentor somebody, or if you need a mentor, honestly, I think about this as the business. I want people that are living in Alabama to be able to get a professional headshot, to be able to connect with people in other markets on a more intimate level, and just be able to, I don't know, do whatever they want to do with their careers.
Right.
Where are they meeting consultants in Alabama? I don't know. I mean,
Right.
maybe-
They don't have access to cameras or running water or things like that. It's a very backward
or cufflinks.
area.
Good
Or
dental
cufflinks.
health
I
care.
don't think they have
There was that
cufflinks in Alabama.
There was that one radio station that just got their tower taken completely. So, I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Was it like Alabama or something?
Yeah, the radio tower disappeared.
It's like an
Someone
AM
stole it, and then one of the big iHeart stations donated the money to buy them a brand new tower.
Yeah, because they petitioned to put them on the FM frequency, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
We'll just get you a new tower
Wasn't
instead.
allowed.
Be interesting.
Are you staring at the bikes again?
I'm staring at the bikes.
Do you want to go ride the bike?
Trevor, you're
Well,
more
I'm
than
trying to
welcome.
get someone to do it with me. I don't want to do it by myself.
You missed your moment.
But here's the best thing about Morning Show Boot Camp, because you talk to a lot of old school people here. They talk about the good old days, or then they say the radio wars. I don't give a crap about anywhere that you people work. It could be Odyssey, iHeart, Hubbard, whatever. This is all about
cut it right there and just leave it at that.
We're going to have a lot of sound bites from Trevor.
Oh, that's normal.
What do you? I don't know what was the point of what you were saying.
He said to stop talking, so I stopped. But anyway,
that's like
what
the
I'm saying
best
is
cliffhanger ever.
season 2 next year.
Right.
No, but like the fact that like it's all about, we're literally all trying to help each other here. Just do the best radio possible. I don't care that you guys are on different companies. I don't care if we're in the same market or anything. It's just all about like how can we perfect our craft and how can we do better.
And make this our career at a time when they're firing everyone.
You know
Yeah, that
how
was
you
an
attend a
interesting-
women's brunch.
Yeah. What do you got again? What do you got against women?
They don't like me.
Really? I mean,
You're not helping.
Well, you can't wear that outfit to
Yeah.
the women's
No, he's
brunch.
doing the Animal Kingdom bit where the
actually, you know what?
shiniest,
He should wear
brightest
this
thing.
outfit because this screams I'm single.
Yeah,
I can
he's
tell
very
a single man
peacocking.
from a married guy or a guy that's in a good, healthy relationship by the way he dresses.
Okay.
I can tell what branch of the military they're in by their haircut.
Okay, let's test
No, no,
this
no.
theory.
No,
give her the
no,
mic.
no.
Give her the mic. Let's test this theory.
Okay.
All right, you can tell. Look at my friend Jordan here. What can you tell me about Jordan?
He likes guns. He's got a gigantic gun tattoo on his arm. So he's a big 2A proponent.
Man, she's not good at this.
Let's see. He's got a lot of facial hair. He's either a bear or
Damn.
Yep.
like a log
Jesus
cabin
Christ.
Republican,
Wow.
Nailed it.
or he is a happily married man who is truly
up on
true
life?
to himself.
I am a very straight, Star Wars loving father of two.
There you go. See?
Not married. Liberal.
Not married. What?
Liberal.
Really?
Yeah.
Liberal with the gigantic, like Uzi, whatever that is. What is that?
Han Solo's blaster.
Oh, okay. Clearly, I don't know guns. I don't know guns.
Clearly,
That's
you
funny.
don't speak to their demographic.
I really want you to write.
I worked at a conservative news talk radio station.
Well, Erik, he's from
one upon a
Arizona.
time.
That's true.
Oh, really?
Very red
it was in
state.
Florida too. So like, open carry, babe. Open carry.
All right, let's give this another go. We'll go around the room.
Okay.
Look at Rob and
Okay.
tell us what you think about Rob.
Okay. I'm tempted to like look at his ring finger. Not that that means much, especially if you're a professional athlete.
Okay.
Rob. Rob. Okay, wait. His jeans are pegged. So that says
So's
something. That says
I'm sorry.
something.
What was that descriptor?
Your jeans are pegged. You have
like to
like
get
pegged jeans.
pegged?
Pegged. They're skinny jeans.
Okay, you are saying words that have different meanings to the rest of us.
I know. Okay,
Oh no,
he's gay.
you like to be pegged. It's
He's
fine.
gay.
No, keep going.
Yep, I like this.
Keep going.
Yeah, this is good.
Erik is swallowing his meltdown of
See,
life.
he is gay. You knew it.
Is he? No. Are you gay?
He wants you to get to the end of your
assessment.
Oh, the assessment.
dissection.
I already know about Kevin,
Sexual.
and he already identified himself as single.
Okay.
Not just by what he's wearing.
Okay, but
Verbally.
So that's everything on Rob?
Well, I don't know. Let's see. Latino? Yeah? Are you Latino?
I love this.
Again,
This is my
we're
favorite
waiting
bit.
for you to get to the end before we
answer everything. Go through everything
he
and
could
then
be
he'll
Italian,
answer you.
dark skin
I
Italian.
wish we had like the
whatever.
newlywed game style thing
Yeah,
where we
he
could just
got,
go
he
up.
got
No,
olive
sorry.
skin and big brown eyes.
I think we're about 30
He's-
seconds
he's-
away from some awesome racisms happening.
No, why?
It's going to get wild.
I'm not racist.
So I know, but a couple more of those drinks, who knows what's going to happen?
Well, nothing with you apparently, because I'm a single
Wow.
Oh shit.
Okay. Is that is that the end of your assessment?
I think she's got at least two more.
woman. He's sassy.
Okay.
He's sassy. There you go.
So glad I
He's-
came.
Okay.
I mean, you're
What is the state of his body hair?
what body hair?
What fucking question is
Except
that?
for the face. Except for the
What do you
face.
think he does with it?
Are we Olympic swimmer or Robin Williams under this
Yes,
shirt?
yes.
I think humans are moving in that direction. If you were like a woman or a gay man, body hair is frowned upon. Which sadly we all have it.
Okay.
So we have to. It's another expense. It's tough to be us, isn't it, Erik?
It's
Oh, look at that.
it's
I don't
horrific.
need it, but he looked like he just walked out in his boxers. Not even a bathing suit.
He blew me a kiss.
It's that kind of party, I
Yeah,
guess.
it caught my attention.
Yeah, really did it?
Okay.
Okay.
Rob,
Yeah, I don't even know what else would I be assessing. I thought
Rob,
it was
do
just
the,
like
do the reveal.
Okay, so there was a lot in there. I gotta. Can we start from the top? You might have to remind me a
Start
couple
from
of the
the top.
factors.
Yes.
Straight.
really okay.
Never kissed a dude. They offered, and I gotta
Yeah.
say, I always appreciate, but never kissed.
I mean, and that's the thing too. There are some people. I am very apparently unattractive to lesbian women. They don't like me, and straight
I
men.
do-
By the way,
I'm gonna.
that's a whole other story.
let's be
I
fair.
don't know. Never
I
married.
do great with the gays. Gay dudes love me.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. But and here's the thing too. It's
Clip
like
that, too.
well, the last guy I dated in radio, won't mention his name. Kind of in
Is he
radio
here?
again. What?
Is he here?
He's not here. He's not here. He's not here. Because he left
Wolfman
radio. He
Jack.
had a mental breakdown. Left radio to be with his kids in Florida or whatever. He's been married. He had another kid from another woman.
Does his name rhyme with Schmopey?
No. No.
Wrong beach.
He has a radio name, but it doesn't. Neither his legal name or a radio name. And I mean, he was all in. Like, he accidentally sent me a "love you" text, and I was like, okay, we're not really there. He was in a different city when I met him. It was great. It was like romantic, fun. I really liked this guy. We kind of kept in touch for like a year or more, but he would have mental breakdowns. So like when I was flying back home to Seattle, I could see him. Yeah. Well, but this January, the end of January, he starts like liking the social posts again, right? Like he would go off the radar a lot if he was having a mental breakdown. He goes off the and one of his he called me out of the blue. I was not mad. I mean, because I was kind of used to him like going off the radar.
Right.
And then he kind of freaked out and he goes, "I'll text you right back." But he was driving, so I figured whatever. He does that sometimes if the ex-wife is calling about his kid, whatever.
Can you email me the rest of this story?
No, because it gets good.
Okay.
I've never had this happen to me before. I've never turned somebody, but apparently maybe I did. He texted me.
Is that on a
dating
bucket list
anybody?
for you?
And then he basically said, "I'm hanging out. It's nice to hug somebody," and it was a man. And I was like, "Are you telling me you're dating a man now?" He was giving it a shot. I didn't see that one coming. I had a former co-host in radio who's married, has 3 kids, one with an ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, 2 with his current wife, but he was making a lot of money, and he dabbles on the side with men. And it happens. I think it happens a lot. It
does. Dabbling does happen. Jordan?
No, I think for a lot of men.
A
lot of men.
No dabbling.
Down
Okay.
low. It's
Not
called
even
the
with
down
alcohol.
low.
I don't dabbling from the bear.
I don't need a dabbler. Like I understand there's a spectrum, but
Sexuality is a spectrum.
No, it is. There is the Kinsey report. They did this study. A married couple
But
did
if
a
you say
Kinsey.
they're on the spectrum, that means something completely different.
No, there is a pendulum, whatever word you want to use. There literally
Is
a
it
spectrum.
swinging back the other way?
No, for me.
For anybody?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I've always been all the way to the right on that pendulum. I'm 100%.
Yeah, you already told us you're in conservative talk radio.
Well, but hey, there's people out there
Yeah,
that
we've all heard the tales.
On the down
Conservative
low.
guy or gal hates the gays. Bah, 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 bah.
But yeah. I like your peg jeans, by the way.
Thank you.
He used to cuff them in high school when they were too baggy. He'd fold them
This
over.
is not a term I've ever heard.
Holding them.
I was going to say, I don't think I've ever heard that term.
Peg jeans. I feel like that's what we used to call it when I was a youngin'. We pegged our. I don't know. Like that's what. I don't know if it's
Hollywood
a sewing
agent
term.
Rob Stark, pegger.
A lot of things mean what you don't think, or that you don't know they mean. They have different terms, like right? Like
Wait, don't run with that.
Yeah, no, it's.
Don't run with that.
We've
I don't
already
like
put
that.
it on this social.
What?
It's not
Cut
pegging?
that part
Yeah.
out.
It's
Cut
gonna
it
stick
out.
now.
That's embarrassing.
It's vulgar.
Gay, straight. We just need to love
So
each
did
other.
you-
Gay,
Did you-
straight, Trevor.
Rob, did you finish explaining all her assessments of
I'm
you?
brown because I'm Jew. I'm hairy because I'm Jew. I'm usually not as hairy as I currently am because I do like the whole body shave.
Oh, okay.
I just don't like
You
it.
shave everything?
More or less.
That's a lot of work.
It's
Why don't you
a
go-
lot of work.
Girl, why don't you get your laser hair removal?
It's a lot
I
of work.
picked up on the total removal of. I picked up on the total removal of your body hair. I don't know how I did that. I have a
don't
very
know, 'cause
keen
clearly
sense.
you have some dabbling that's been going on.
My wife
and you need
was
to-
a C-level executive at Ideal Image. And you know who this company is. Yes, for a long
That's where I
time.
got my laser hair removal.
There you do. I mean, like many of us endorsed them for a long
Rob,
time.
you got a hookup now.
Yeah.
You really should work
Promo code it's Erik Nagel. Let's rock.
There you
Yes.
go.
Right.
Let's do it. Hashtag. Send it out there.
You should. You really should.
Absolutely.
You really should because, I mean, without going into detail, 8 treatments.
okay,
8
'cause
treatments,
now's
Eric.
not the now, after
8
all you just shared, is the
treatments,
time
Eric.
to not go into detail.
Well,
We know everything about your
personal.
ex-husband and who he's blowing,
have an
but you
ex-husband.
don't want to go into detail right
I don't
now.
have an ex-husband.
It was a
I've never been
boyfriend.
married.
It was a boyfriend.
It was a boyfriend.
There are so many details that I'm having trouble
I
tracking
know.
over here.
I know.
It's 'cause you don't have the
Clearly.
headphones.
Yes, that was.
Clearly, what are you drinking? So anyway,
He's watching his calories.
Yeah.
He's just
we
having a
lost your
vodka
fat.
soda.
See, are you sure he's not gay? Is he sure he's
I'm
not
starting
gay?
to question it now.
How old are you? Because I think 40% of people come out of the closet by the time they're 40.
I'm
He's
41.
46.
You're 41?
Yes.
I'm not saying you're out of the clear. I'm not saying that. Things could still
There's
happen.
a lot
Eric.
of crossed fingers holding out hope out there.
Right.
Sorry.
Are you single or dating or like?
I am figuring it out.
Okay.
You're not
That's
helping your case here. This is
I
not
know,
a good
that-
defense.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry,
not
but-
a good
He's
Facebook
proving
status,
your
it's
point
not
in so many ways.
complicated.
It's complicated.
It's like an SNL sketch, the ambiguously Ace and Gary, the ambiguously gay duo.
It's that. No.
Figuring it
For
out.
the record, Ace and Gary dressed and looked alike.
That's true.
You know, if you got to think about it too
I
much,
don't look like that.
I've never
Look,
had to
just
think
because
about
we're
it that
sleeping
much.
I've
together
never had to think
in the
about
same
it.
room doesn't mean.
So
But, you know.
I'm being careful with my words to not
see.
get in trouble.
I see. with the mass population following your story.
With the person who I'd be saying this
reveal?
would hear it and then get pissed at me.
Okay.
Yes.
He's respecting privacy.
Yes.
Okay, I understand.
If it makes you feel better, he's not listening.
His friend that is watching his boutique dog right now might get upset.
His what dog?
His boutique dog.
Wait a minute. What
He's got a little.
What breed of dog do you have?
I call bullshit on all this. Like, are you guys putting me on?
No, he has a little boutique dog.
Is it like does it have like a pink mohawk? A German Shepherd that's been shaved and has a pink mohawk.
From Tijuana,
What's
so I
too
call
young?
him a Mexican Shepherd.
A Mexican Shepherd.
Okay. I dated a guy that was
I believe you.
Mexican, German American. I used to call him my little Mexican German chocolate. I loved him.
Aw,
He was hot.
you have such great
Why did it
pet
end?
names.
I think he was messing around. And he did not turn gay, but
He
he's
was
another one.
dabbling.
Because he's hooking up with the
another
last
one.
boyfriend.
And now he's pegging, just like Rob does.
I don't know. He's another one that he told me he had like a gay best friend that lived. He lived in San Francisco with his ex-wife, and he said his best friend like propositioned him. He was a good-looking guy. You know. And by the way, Jewish people aren't the only hairy people. I'm Irish. Okay. That was very racist
I don't
of you.
know where you're going with this.
I'm not.
I
I'm just
want
saying.
to yes end you so bad. I
End me?
just can't.
You want to what? End me?
Yes,
no.
and.
That's an
improv.
Yeah, it's an improv
term.
exercise.
I want to go with what you're saying.
Oh.
I'm so lost. I don't know how.
Bless your heart.
I think you two should hug it out
I don't-
because somehow
Wait.
some weird tension happened
Bless
here.
your heart is
Because
something
she
nicer,
outed
right?
you and you're not happy with it.
Right, exactly. You can't call a man who's not gay.
Right.
Yes, you can.
Or
because
that
Just
there's
like
people
you
who
can't.
actually don't give a shit.
It's just
and I
like
have
that,
to
and you
work.
just
gonna
can't
say-
call the fat girl fat. You know, it's
it's
just
like-
something you don't do.
Well, no, you can call straight guys gay who are comfortable with their sexuality
Exactly.
enough to see, like, well, I appreciate
usually
it.
my answer,
I am not.
Usually my answer is I wish I was gay because those dudes do so well.
They do.
What do you mean,
They-
financially?
You would kill it.
There's no such
Oh.
thing in the gay community. There's no such thing as no. Nobody's saying no. Hey, do you want it? Yep.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, with men, yeah.
Because it's dudes being dudes about being gay. So the answer to everything is yes. And then the answer to that is bye.
He sure knows a lot.
Oh, yeah.
BYE.
He does, right?
B-I or B-Y-E?
We're scaring
The straights?
The straight people. I'm straight.
The squares.
And frankly, I really don't care.
the
I'm just,
desert folk
you know,
and the island dwellers.
yeah. I really
Look,
just
as an
so,
Arizona gun-toting Republican, I am offended by this entire conversation.
I love that.
You have AK-47s
Yeah.
on your arm.
Right.
I don't know what the hell that is. Star Trek or Star
Nor
Wars. I forgot
nor
which one
should
is
you.
it.
Problem.
Right.
Nor should you know what that is.
Right? Like I don't have a tattoo on me.
No.
It's like,
I'm not into tattoos myself. I'm with you on that.
yeah, I'm like,
Prude.
I'm house poor. I spend my money on real estate.
If I want
you know?
art, I'll hang it on the wall. I don't need it on me and then
Yeah.
regret it
It's a
2
sign of
years
trauma.
later. Yeah.
It's a sign of
Yeah,
trauma.
your body's a
It is.
temple, so let's not mess with that.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
Jordan's
this is
in
a sign of
Wonderland.
Yours
trauma?
is a
These are like
Jewish
little
temple.
tattoos for my children.
This is a Jewish temple.
Fucking nailed it. I don't
right.
think we're going to
Fucking
beat
home
that.
run,
Yeah, I was
double
gonna say.
Yes,
Take us to
and
break, Erik.
see ya.
Corey, thank you so much for coming
you,
to hang
Erik.
out. I love you too. Thank you for
I do.
the- Give a plug for again where they can
You
hear your
should come
show.
out with the wife and child, and like I live one exit away from Legoland.
So do I. Well, I live half an hour from
Oh, that's
Legoland.
right. Okay. Well,
And
but
Sesame
and
Place,
a free
but
place
you don't
to stay
go
at the
there for
beach when the
reasons.
weather, as it does in New York. This is the weather 90% of the time in San
This
Diego.
is so much nicer than when I left because
Yes.
it was 100-something degrees before the storms kicked in.
Crazy.
And then I got here and I had my hoodie with me and I was like, it's 67 degrees.
Yeah, you don't
There's a
do that.
breeze. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying this.
And actually, I mean, we've had some hot weather, but like we're all along the coast. Along the coast, it's been perfection.
San
And of
Diego's
course,
is
the beautiful
fantastic.
metropolis of Houston. You want to
Oh, it is a misery most of the year.
give now? Call 1-800.
Somebody
Yes,
bought
please.
swampland and sold you all on that. Houston is a great place to be.
No, it's terrible. It is like there's 3 good weeks out of every year.
Yeah.
When I moved there, I had a motorcycle, and I could not ride it because it was just awful.
I was going
Is
to say,
it
you
because
had
you're in
hurricanes.
trouble getting the helmet on? Jordan, God damn it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, couldn't fit it on my
It's
head.
the Rob show. My bad.
Yeah. No.
Just lean over and touch him when you don't want him to talk, Rob. You know.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us come and play with you guys.
Kevin, it was great meeting you this weekend. Best of luck
Likewise.
to you. If you're in New York, come by and say hello.
Of course. I
Hop
will
on the
for
show
sure.
sometime.
Yeah.
Corey, you always have an open invite.
Love you.
know
Love you,
that.
mean it.
Thank you so much. Go and live a life that we're not living and go and enjoy all the free booze and the I think that's it. I don't think
we're
they
gonna
have
fellas.
food.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. See you later. Oh, go hug it out. Come on.
We just 6.
Give it a hug. Look at that. Kevin, thank you. Thank you so much, buddy.
Love you,
Jordan.
You big bear.
Oh, I
big
know.
bear of a man.
So gay.
Thank you for inviting us over, guys.
All right. That's all there, and that's all that.
Yeah, we did.
I'm seeing in the chat here they were having a hard time hearing her. We heard her. We're recording on this end, so
Right.
when the video goes up later, it'll have all the audio synced up. So
I mean, she had the mic pretty low.
yeah. So
When you're holding it here, it's hard to
yeah.
So you got to get it up near your mouth.
So we'll have it fixed. You know, it's live. It happens.
Yeah.
What can you do? That guy is somebody, and I can't remember who he is. The old guy that looks
old dude?
He looks like George Burns in Oh God, You Devil.
I love those movies.
Yeah, I can't. They're fantastic.
Right.
John Denver is really kind of gay in that movie, but other than that, it's fantastic. What? You can't hear anything?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
You're low.
Well, it's because he talks.
I'm right here.
No,
he
you don't have to
can't
adjust
hear-
anything.
he doesn't
Your
have
voice
headphones.
is actually low.
Oh,
Thank
is
you.
that better?
He can't
It
hear.
is.
Okay, fine. All right, go back real quick. So I get on my plane, take off.
Where were we?
We're back 3 days ago.
Yeah.
I had to be so inconvenienced by this storm. I lost my priority boarding. I lost my business class seat.
You lost about 6 hours of being in San Diego because you were supposed to come in early afternoon and you didn't get in until 7:30
Something like that. I had to stop in Houston. I had about an hour left over at George Bush International
Was it as
Airport.
bad as I told you? Because it was bad when I
It was a
went
lot of construction, a lot of tarps
Always under
and structures and things everywhere. So we get back. I get to the gate. They're loading up, and it's fantastic. By the time I got there, they're all ready to go and do this. I was like, oh, great. We're ahead of time. Let's get out of here. Get on the plane, flying to San Diego now. They made it. I got an aisle seat. I got in this plane. It wasn't business. Economy plus.
Yeah, I was looking at the.
You get the leg room and all that, right?
You should know that while all of this was happening, Jordan and I were messaging each other saying, don't interject. Don't say anything. His meltdown is going to be phenomenal. This is what we're waiting for.
Yeah.
Another travel story.
Just let it play out.
Right. So on the plane, no middle. Nobody showed up. Like the plane wasn't fully packed, so there was a bunch of empty seats. I'm like, great. Lady in my row had, and she was a very attractive lady, had the window seat. I had the aisle seat. It was fantastic. I have my little travel olives with me, so I'm enjoying a snack.
You're vile.
It's
So
not
gross.
You're so vile.
Why?
You're
Because
disgusting.
you guys don't like olives.
No,
disgusting.
you're disgusting. You're
Well, who eat
disgusting, and
olives
you
on
have
an
no
airplane?
sensibility of what's going on around you.
You're the guy that makes salmon at a break room at a.
It's a little
business.
pouch of green olives. How is that disgusting?
It's disgusting. You're the guy on a plane who's pounding green olives. If I'm sitting next to you, I am irate and messaging people, sneaking a photo over my left arm, going, look at this motherfucker eating his goddamn green olives. It's disgusting.
Wearing them on his fingertips.
I didn't bring a jar that I'm popping the bottom to pop the top, and then
I'm
you
sorry.
taking
You got a
it
jar
in
in
with
your
my
mouth?
Do you with
fingers.
those jars?
The what?
What do you do with a jar? You're
turn-
popping the bottom?
You turn the jar over, you smack the bottom, it breaks the air seal, and then it opens it up easy.
Which camera am I on? That one?
Yes. It's true. And you know why it's true? You want to know where I learned it? An episode of The Cosby Show. There was a whole thing that they couldn't open this jar of pickles, and one of his daughters came over, put the pickle on it. Nobody in the family could open this jar. She looked at it, turned it over, smacked the bottom of the glass, dropped it over, popped right open.
I don't think you're allowed to reference The Cosby Show.
You can. I'm taking it back. It's mine now.
Taking it back?
Yeah, it's not his anymore.
Taking it back.
Before we move on, when we do our recap show of
And I told Malcolm Jamal Warner that story too when he was on the show.
You told Theo this story, and he okayed it.
He knew what I was talking about.
Okay.
He said
surprising.
nobody ever brought that up to him when they talk about memories
For
of
a
the Cosby
reason.
Show, but he loved the fact that he knew exactly what I was talking about with the jar of pickles, and that's how I learned it. That is what you call, what do they call them now? A life hack now? A life skill?
when we do our journey into the
Try it at
past,
home, kids. Turn a jar over and
shows,
smack it.
commercials, cartoons, things like that. I saw a commercial for the Cosby Mysteries that I forgot existed on NBC after the Cosby Show had ended.
That was on CBS.
CBS.
It was CBS.
So,
and then he did
I'm gonna
another
pull that.
show where it was just called Cosby, and he was I guess it was supposed to be like a Honeymooners, where he was a poor plumber, and Felicia Rashad was still his wife on there, and they were different characters, and he dressed all like homely, had one of those big weird artsy caps that he would wear around, and it was dumb. Cosby Show, far superior. Anyway, I had my travel olives, right? I also had my Johnsonville summer sausage sticks. Because, protein, everybody.
The smells that were going on in your row.
No, you didn't smell.
Please continue.
So I'm eating that, and then at one point I go, oh yeah, I need a beverage. So I have my travel water bottle, which I'm showing to the camera right here. It's a 32-ounce bottle, right? And in it I have Crystal Light Fruit Punch.
It's nice confirmation of your little...
I'm not a big fan of this bottle because it doesn't have the hard valve.
Yeah, because the last one you had when you traveled,
I left it on the plane. So this was the replacement one that I got. So when you open it up, it's this like silicone thing, right?
Notice the lipstick on the tip.
That's not... Are you looking at Rob's pants? What are you doing? This right here, it's fruit punch. So it pops open, right? So no problem, whatever. Now I didn't have this upside down or anything. It was right side up in the pocket in front of you, sitting like this. See right there, just sitting like that. I go, okay, I'll take it up, and I go, all right, I'm gonna have a drink. I hit the button, that thing goes up. It's a red gush of...
I wish she was still here because I'm the one who has to say the obvious now.
So this red gush hits me in the face, hits me in the chest, splashes all over the place.
Oh, you lucky girl!
Right? Yes, it was a 1 in a million shot, and it went all over.
Some call that the money shot.
Yeah,
thank you for stepping on that because I was going to leave time to isolate that.
Bottle, just like that. He had it right here, and he popped it open and went, oh!
Yeah. So I pop it open, it goes right into my face, on my shirt, whatever, and I go, oh no! And I said it that way.
Fiddle-dee-dee.
And now I'm sitting there because there's a rather hot Hispanic woman in yoga pants sitting at the window there, and she looked at me and she goes, I don't have any napkins. And I said, neither do I. So
she's watching you this entire time going, this motherfucker with the olives.
No, she heard me.
This motherfucker.
She heard me with just go the oh no when this thing opened and shot all over the place. She's dumpy but nice looking. Anyway,
but we still have the wide shot on too. People probably saw it happen.
That's fine. So I sit there, I'm holding the bottle stunned, and I have to go like this. I don't have napkins. She already just told me I don't have any napkins. I have to lean over and go, ding! And now I gotta wait for a flight attendant to show up, and she walks over. Luckily, she's pulling one of the snack carts, and she goes, would you like anything? I said, napkins, please. I'm not moving. I'm not irate. I am mortified. And I just went, napkins, please. And she goes, how many would you like? I'm like, a whole handful, please. And she's like, okay. And then she sees everything, and she goes,
I made a mess, ma'am.
Yeah, she sees everything, and she goes, oh, here's a few more. And I said, thank you. And she wanders off. So I'm sitting there with these little cocktail napkins, patting my face and everything down. Now, Rob saw the shirt last night or this morning.
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But you saw the shirt, right, that I was wearing. It's a powder blue shirt.
Okay.
With red streaks coming down to it. Like I didn't know how to tie-dye a shirt, and I only got one of the tie-dye things. Like I put one rubber band on
line,
it.
Yeah.
It's a weird line here. And I'm sitting there, I was rinsing it in the shower, I'm using shampoo, I'm trying everything I can to try to clean this thing, hanging over the glass door in the shower. This morning it's dried, I go and look at it, and I'm like, oh, it's all clean, until you bring it out to the sunlight, and then boom, there it is, like a freezy freaky. There's no design until the sun hits it, and then boom, there's the pattern. And I said, this shirt might not be left for this world, which is sad. I really enjoyed that shirt. So I cleaned up, I get off the plane, no further mishaps, my luggage is right there, everything, there she goes again. If everyone's on camera, you can see her. I get out of the airport, and it is a lovely 60-something degree night. We're driving past the ocean, there's a breeze, and I couldn't have been happier that I was finally here. I went to a supermarket to get a couple of things for the room, and I realized I should not have, because there were Homeless people all over and in the store. Apparently, the night crew doesn't give a fuck. As long as they're not near the registers, they're just wandering in around. So you're just getting walkers all over the place. And I picked up something to make Rob happy, and he was happy. I got him a what is it? Haiku bar?
Hoo bar.
And some other things. And California is way too fucking expensive. Way too expensive.
It is.
I shan't be moving here anytime soon.
Now, I think California does you have to pay for bags bit. Do they do that in Jersey too?
Yes, they charge you 10 cents a bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arizona hasn't quite gotten to that unless you're at Sprouts or something like that.
Yeah, Jersey, you have to bring your own bags or you're fucked. You're walking. And I've seen many a person in any supermarket, a Target, any of those kind of stores, where they're just pushing their entire basket of everything they took off the shelves, rang it up, and threw it back into the basket.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like going to Costco.
Yeah, and then going into their car and then filling their bags because they forgot to bring their bags into the store.
Right.
Most of them don't do it because they're like, oh, I'll just buy new bags in the store. And if they don't have them, you just see the cart of shame coming through the parking lot as they have to sit there in the trunk of their car and pack everything into canvas bags before they leave. Or like me, you just kind of angle the cart and you kind of lift it up and dump it into the back, and then I'll sort it out at home. I don't do that, but it's a nice image.
All right, so night one, went shopping. Did you get anything else that night? Did you go anywhere fun to eat?
Well, no, because everything was closed. Everything around here closes early, so I didn't get a chance to do that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you're in a tourist district that's not running anything right now.
Right.
I was going to say, in this general area, I didn't really see a lot of fast food spots.
No.
Like, you would have to get out of the main gas lamps area downtown.
No. So a couple other people that had gotten in early were saying the same thing. They're like, I didn't get a chance to go to dinner, and they're looking around. One lady says to us, oh, there's a place around the corner you can get sandwiches. All right, that's fine. If that's all that's open, I'll get a sandwich or something. Walk around the corner of the hotel, it's a Subway. And I was like, ugh. As much shit as we talked about how terrible Subway is, that was the only thing that was available.
Did you end up getting Subway?
I did, because there was nothing else. $14 for a fucking footlong, just for turkey and Swiss. Marie! She's not coming. She didn't hear me. But that was one of the organizers for the event. I wanted to tell her about all the shit Rob was talking.
Maybe she'll swing back. You can yell at her again.
Maybe.
Anywho. Right. So first night,
that was it. Second night, Rob's here. Rob, this was your first time seeing anything like this. You've been to conventions, you've been to marketing things, all that kind of stuff. What were your impressions of radio and TV people here?
Sadness.
Okay.
My impressions
Elaborate.
were...
Wait. Is it gonna? Nope.
Oh, I would have been so happy.
This is like Russian roulette.
Yeah.
Just because of the pressure of the plane is probably what caused it.
They're trying really hard
Right.
in there. It's honestly just a lot of marketing talk.
Right.
How to get attention on yourselves. And a lot of how to outsource creativity, ingenuity, and personality, which, way to go when you're talking into a microphone for a living.
Okay.
Feels like it's like a melting pot of let's find all the same bits we can spread across different markets.
It was a bummer. It very much was just an excuse for most people to get shit-faced.
I don't feel like that's radio specific though. Like I said, I've done other business conventions where you go to the little you do the little things that they're putting on, and the second 5 o'clock hits, it's let's go get happy hour and get
so
blitzed
my expectations got lowered very hard within the first 5 minutes of Erik saying, "Come take a look at this." And okay, I don't believe, and this isn't a knock on Erik, obviously, I don't believe Erik is here to learn anything about the creative side of radio or the how to get more attention from your audience side of radio. Erik is here to meet and make FaceTime with the people who are here. And that I got to observe how much and how many people enjoyed him and came running over. I would giggle when I would hear someone...
See, Mom, people like me. He's very popular. I mean, the short amount of time I was here, everyone was trying to come see Erik.
Now, remind me again, where did you go in radio? And then Erik would like, that look in his eye where he's obviously, I fucking hate you, to the person in front of him.
Slightly dies a little bit each time.
But he's here to do a thing, which is meet these people and make FaceTimes. So he's like, well, I was, and then he gives his verbal resume, and I had to walk away because I'm going, motherfucker, you know.
To me or to them?
To them.
They know.
And I'm like, and if you don't, come the fuck on, dude.
Right.
Now, when you're showing Rob everything here at the conventions and, you're introducing him to other people.
Right.
How is he being introduced to some of the radio people, your friends, colleagues, coworkers?
Oh, how I'm introducing to them?
Yeah, because, like, hey, this is Jordan, this is my co-host. That was very gracious, very nice.
I was just going to say, you weren't here Thursday. No. You weren't here for the first full day of it. You showed up today.
I did.
For day 2 for all of this stuff. And that's totally fine. So Rob was here the first day. Right. And I was walking around, and when they'd come over, and I'd say hello, or they would introduce themselves to me, and I would immediately... Actually, Rob, why don't you tell them how I introduce you? It's better when you describe it.
So we're walking into the conference area, and I go, Erik, everyone's wearing a badge. He goes, doesn't matter. All right, doesn't matter. He goes, if anyone asks, just say you're with my show, you're with iHeart, whatever. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Okay, great. Nobody cared. He was right.
Yeah.
I've been to other conventions where they absolutely do care, and it's a problem. This one was not that. Great. Erik walks me up to someone. This is Rob. He works on my show. He does everything. And I go, okay. And then he walks up to the next person. This is my agent. And I go, okay. And then every other person, he just introduces. He works on my show. He represents me. And then he starts giving...
No.
Kind of based on reality history of me, but like he's just going wherever he feels like going with it to make himself laugh. And I'm just sitting next to him going, I have to go along with this because if I don't, I'm fucking him over. And as much fun as that is usually to me, I didn't want to do that. You are delightful.
She's going to pee. She'll be back in 5 minutes.
Again, I love that we still have the camera up. So she's like, I'm not on camera, right?
Yeah, as she grabs her crotch and thrusts and says, I'm gotta pee. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
So he keeps introducing me to more and more people.
Okay.
And it's...
Well, it's rude if all these people are around and I just don't acknowledge that he's standing there next to me.
Yeah, he's just kind of looming over
I have no problem being in the conversation or holding my own in the conversation.
I was very polite, and I was very mindful of Rob's time and Rob with me, and I wasn't acting like he wasn't here.
Right.
And I was trying to introduce him to as many people as I could.
That was very kind of you.
So I kept being personable. Eventually, Erik would get pulled into a conversation with someone, or he would pursue a conversation, because obviously, honestly, hopefully, this is somebody who could help Erik find yet another gig that they'll pretend they don't know what it is.
Right.
So while
Start you on the ground floor. That's great.
While he's running off and whoring it up with all of these radio personnel, people start coming up to me introducing themselves. Hi, I'm so-and-so. Where are you from? And in my brain I'm going, fucking hell. But I just went down the script that he gave me. My name is, I work with, he's from, and then some of them would go, huh. I go, well, you may know him. And then they would lie and go, oh, yeah. And then it kept happening. So, like, when one group would come up to me and introduce themselves, another would. Because they would start thinking I was worth being introduced to.
Yeah, people from afar seeing you talking to a group of people, they're going to think this is the guy to know.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't think I was being inviting because I'm leaning over a bar table, I'm drinking water, and I'm just transfixed on my fucking phone.
Yeah.
I'm giving off, I'm not here to chat.
Yeah, that's the same vibe I put out at home with the kids. I get it.
Eventually, people start coming over to me, and this is the one that made him laugh the most. Two absolutely delightful youngins come marching up to me, plant their feet, and go, hi, we're so-and-so and so-and-so.
Right.
We're with this. Who are you? And they're clearly just trying to make faith. They're walking around the room doing that to everyone. And they're just hitting me. And I go, okay, we're doing this. And I started talking to them, and they go like, well, like, what do you think would help us? And I go, oh, I'm going to have some fun now. I'm actually going to talk to them in a way that no one here would be willing to do. And I started giving them actual life advice and going, look, I preface it with this. Like, you may hate this right now, but you're going to realize I'm right. Do this, do that. Don't fucking care about anything. You're fine. You're out of college in a couple of months. And they were like, we were kind of lying about that. And I was like, look, what? You're 21, 22, like 20? And I was like, okay, got it. I don't know how you got here, or what internship you're running, but you'll be fucking fine.
See, this is when Rob's in his element, because notoriously he ditches us for the 20-year-old crowd.
He does.
So
that's
this
on
is
Twitch
this is
when
why
he wants to play video games.
But now he's got the in-person 20-year-olds thing,
and he doesn't know how to handle it. He's an internet personality, but he can't handle what the kids call IRL.
No, I don't like that lingo. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay, I won't. I promise.
So
you're giving life advice to the 20-year-olds.
It was Erik introducing me to a bunch of people. I let him know that people kept coming up to me. He's getting tickled with it. He's like giggling and getting super Erik excited over every time I told him somebody approached me to have a radio conversation about how to radio more in radio. And I was just like, yep, you're gonna do great. You're gonna do great. I believe in you. Or your market is totally underserved and you're gonna stand out and everyone's gonna love you. It's gonna be great. And
you gave them honest and realistic advice.
Yes. And they were like, they look at me and they go, nobody here has talked to us like that. I go, I believe you.
But do you think, like, you as a fan of radio, Howard Stern, Opie and Anthony, all that stuff, we always talking about bits that you love and going back and revisiting things. Do you think you would provide them a more honest and realistic outlook on what a listener would want them to provide you?
I see what you're saying. I'm being really cautious, and I know, look, I trashed the shit out of Trevor. I trashed the people, I was messing with people here. I did not want to, as much as Erik was being kind about my time and space, I did not want to trash someone in a way or say something that would actually reflect poorly.
Okay,
I
hold
wanted
on,
to be a kind sweetie pie.
Hold on 1 second. Where's the other mic?
It's on the ground over there.
Can you give that to her?
It's right there.
There you go. This should be working now. This is Marie. She's one of the people who organized this event from the radio fam.
Yeah, you were saying, by the way?
I was...
We were talking about their first experience to deal with
boot camp?
With boot camp and all of that
when
stuff.
we walked in, we were surprised by how big it was. There were so many people attending the seminar, how the value of what was happening in front of the room and what they were delivering to everyone at large.
Okay.
And how it was interesting watching people go from being locked on the speaker to then trying to meet everybody else in the room and desperately get themselves over. Which, come on, that's what they're here for.
Right, for sure.
That's what Jordan is here for, and he's going to fail miserably at that. By the way, that's Jordan, if you're wondering who I'm trashing.
Now, can you answer this? He's not dressed out of character for the crowd here, right?
No. Why, were you self-conscious about it?
Well, I said he could at least wear pants.
He's self-conscious about this. I drove 6 hours and showed up, and he's like, you could have at least worn pants. I'm like, I'm not driving in pants.
I'm wearing shorts.
Right. I know, but it's okay for a woman to do that. Or Rob.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
And you have fun shoes. Are those Ed Hardy editions?
No, these are just like...
but they look like Ed Hardy.
Yeah.
That's such an awesome insult.
I know.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hey, I used to have an Ed Hardy hat. So
yeah, I bought these 20 years ago.
1999 together.
Yeah. They are not. That's actually the least insulting thing someone said tonight while we were doing this, so it's okay.
Have you ever heard the term pegged jeans?
Peg the jeans?
No, pegged, like past tense, pegged jeans.
I mean, my mind goes somewhere else when you say peg.
Right. Everybody's mind went that way,
so,
trust me.
Corey came over here, right? And she's assessing everybody. She's like, I can tell a man just by how they dress and what they look and what their life is all about.
Okay.
She was wrong on both accounts.
So she looks at Jordan and goes, you're really lonely and you sit at home at night and cry.
No,
and
I believe I was called...
Goes, you suck.
I believe, yeah. She was right.
Like, oh, okay.
Wait, Corey
she was right about that. No, she...
you kiss dudes.
Apparently, I am a Republican gun-loving gay guy, which is completely opposite.
Wait. Is it because of the gun and the camo?
Completely the gun. I didn't even think about camo.
Right, or she was right?
Completely wrong.
Oh, okay.
Like, on all counts. The assessment of Rob, however, was
so it's pegging you for what?
No. His was... That's apparently what tight painted-on jeans are supposed to be called, or pegged jeans.
We've never heard it
so
called
only
like
yours
that.
are pegged jeans.
Yes.
I have never heard that term
I
used
haven't
in
either.
that
Yeah.
angle before, so I had a lot of questions.
Aren't they just like skinny jeans?
I just thought I just called them
She said
jeans.
that was
Yeah.
the term for skinny jeans, and we've never heard that.
Not
Pegged
once.
jeans?
Pegged jeans. Kira?
I've never
Kira's here.
heard of
No idea.
Have you ever heard of pegged jeans?
I have no idea.
No?
Not a damn clue.
Yeah, right? So
Okay.
it's not a thing. She's wacky.
I've never heard of it either. Yeah.
Okay.
And Corey's a generation older than that. I'm the next generation, and she's the other one. So
Yeah.
none of us have heard
Technically,
it.
I'm a young millennial, but like
Put the mic up to her.
literally, I was talking
Idea.
about capris to somebody because like guy shorts go to your knees,
Right.
But to me, that's a capri. So I'm like, why
Well,
are
they're
guys
also
wearing capris?
jorts or cargo shorts that go to your
Right.
knees. If they go
Jorts
past the
are
knee here,
capris.
that's a capri.
I would say capri would be like mid-shin.
Those shouldn't exist.
Well, no, those are judo pants, I think, too.
They
for
should
men.
not exist.
Stop trying to
Quite
put
clear.
manly names and
I don't wear any
associations to
one of
them.
those. I'm not
She's
the
right.
one
They're
with those
capris.
jeans.
We had a
Either way,
producer
they're
that used to
awful.
wear those.
Yeah, no, they're gross.
I agree. I don't like those. But then the hoochie daddy shorts. You didn't mention those.
What are
The
those?
hoochie daddy shorts.
Yeah.
When the guys
You were
wear them
talking
like
about
right
those
here.
like a week or so
if I was
ago.
a dude
The
wearing
5
this, it
or
would be a
7 inch
hoochie
inseam
daddy.
shorts.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I agree.
Oh, that's right.
Sometimes
That's the
they're
new
hot.
fashion.
I have
this year.
multiple
The short
pairs.
shorts.
Oh,
Short
okay.
shorts. No, thank you.
Can you show us?
Of course you do.
I can. I'll send you some pictures. I refer to myself as Thunder Thighs. It's a wonderful thing.
Oh, I love it.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Rob's now second guessing his trek back up to the LA area
Who's
tonight.
gay now?
Marie, I want give the audience that doesn't know anything about this convention, give them a quick little rundown about what you do and what all this is.
Well, it's a radio convention that has been running for 36 years, thanks to Don Anthony. And we got connected 3 years ago. I have a brand called The Radio Fam, which I know Erik has bought T-shirts from me and rocks them on the podcast. And so somebody just put us together as a partnership. And so I basically helped Don bring a little bit of young and hip into something that's, he kind of runs it like an old radio station, to be honest.
Because the clientele up until several years ago was just old people in radio that would come out and schmooze like, hey, you're a big deal in Chicago, I'm a big deal in New York, I'm from Phoenix, I'm also a big deal, and it was nothing to do with the younger people.
Pretty much.
And you guys reversed all that now.
Trying to just make it
I
a
think
space
you've done
where,
a
like,
great job. There's
when we
been
all
so
get
many young people in the last few years that I've said this on my show. I even said it to you on your thing there. Everyone thinks radio's dying, and in some ways it has a lot of problems that probably can be fixed, some that probably can't. But it just didn't seem like younger people gave a shit about radio or wanted to do anything about it. And seeing this when I started coming here and seeing all these younger people, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
There are people that actually give a shit that are of a younger age that should be given a chance to do all this stuff, and then you'll get your younger audience back to radio if you let them see, as the kids say, representation.
Now,
if they see
Marie-
younger people on there, they'll want to be a part of it.
Let me ask, in the years that you've been operating this conference, what's more likely that you see? Someone coming to the conference prepared with a setup, running a show, and having an interesting and engaging talk throughout the whole thing? Or people exchanging business cards so they can do blow with them?
Yeah, so networking, so yes, I would say that. Blow or blowing or multiple, whatever you want it.
Look, I got
See, this is why I told you got to get rid of your business card.
Well, I got a couple of business cards that were almost Chinese throwing stars. They were metal, they're fancy, there's a lot of ridges, and I said, this is just to cut lines on a table. That's all
That's
this
like
card is
Omar's
for.
from the mix
That's
group.
who
It's
gave me to
we
it,
did,
yes.
Yeah, and a guy named Omar is probably doing blow.
He's from Miami, so.
But you'll remember his name and want to do business with him.
That's right.
Smart marketing.
old
Omar is
school radio
actually the
people.
person that put me and Dawn together for boot camp. So, metal business card guy.
He's clearly carrying it.
That's true. He knows everybody, so.
There goes our YouTube feed.
They're fine with it. So tell us a little bit about Radio Fam, your little side hustle, if you will.
I always have a hard time talking about my own shit, but it's
No one's watching this. Don't worry about it.
Oh, stop! It's a brand that started on Instagram. Really, that grew into a community. I was just starting an Instagram account just to be an example. I wanted to show people that if I could sell a post for $50 and I'm nobody, then radio people can sell posts for more, because I saw how influencers were selling themselves.
Right.
So I thought if I could make an example, then maybe radio people could do it better than me. And then I started to do that, but then the pandemic happened and everything, and then the Instagram account sort of just became like a community with itself, and then everybody just started like meeting each other, and like then I realized, oh wait, this is like a little bigger. Like this is, it's helping people just connect with others around the country and realize that we're all going through the same problems, regardless of what market you're in.
Fantastic.
And I have a podcast too and merch.
Well, plug it. That's what we're here for.
RadioFam.com, and you can find all kinds of radio merch. Also, I love vintage stuff. So there's like old vintage radios, and I like to sell old promo. Yeah, my radio relics. I like to collect, promo merch because I'm a marketing person.
If you want to ask her about the truck, you can ask her about the truck.
A what?
Can you tell us the story? Can you tell us the story about the truck?
What truck?
I was telling him that I hadn't seen this, but you had posted on Instagram that one day you decided to take a tarp and turn the back of a pickup truck into your own personal pool.
Oh, because I've seen people do the redneck pool. Like it's always like a picture that I see people with the tarp in.
How did it go? How did it work out in the end?
Amazing, honestly.
Amazing.
Like, I was just going to, I always wanted to do it, so I was like, I just want to do it just so I could say I did a pool in the back of my truck. But then when I did it, it had to be a really hot week. I just left it that whole week because it was just like, and I was like, oh, this actually feels good. Like, this is nice.
And at the bottom of the screen right now on the replay is a link to the pictures and video of this truck escapade.
It's onlyfans.com/theradiofam, and that is a real thing. But there's nothing on it. But
yet.
Yeah,
not yet.
We're going to need
I'm
some promo codes
right?
to track some traffic.
So, yeah.
Find it on her Instagram. It was interesting. It was a Saturday morning or something. I'm like, she has to be high. What is she doing? And then I see her. She's like, maybe I got this wrong. Were you stapling the tarp into the truck?
Oh, no, I didn't staple. No,
okay.
I bungee cord it.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
No, I wasn't high doing that. I wasn't when I made the s'mores. When I made the s'mores that I ate in the pool, that's when I was.
Well, you had a nice little table set up. There was like a little decor.
It's because I have a toolbox on the back of it. So the toolbox was like the table that had the flowers and whatever. Because I always like to do everything extra. I always say I'm extra. So that's me being extra.
It was
fantastic. How did you wrap up that experience? How did it come to a close?
I had to I didn't want to just dump the water and let it flow everywhere, so I had to dump it with a few buckets, and I watered the plants because I wanted to not waste the water.
You didn't drive it somewhere else and then kind of?
No, I did think about that, but no, I just watered the lawn with it and then opened it, and it was fine.
Your nearest neighbors, are they within inviting distance to the truck pool, or are they about a mile away?
No, they're inviting, but the one on the one side, I don't want him there, and the other one's a couple, so I'm not, hey guys.
It's funny because he's joking around and giving you a hard time, but there is actually, north of where I live in Arizona, they have a 4th of July thing where everyone lines up on the side of the road and they throw water balloons at each other.
Ooh,
we used to line the back of the truck, go to the nearest fire station, and they would fill the back up, and we would just bucket water onto people. So
they would fill it for you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
You just pull up and they just fill the back of your truck for you, and you just go and do that for everybody.
Maybe I
was like,
now that
truck pool sounds great. Let's do it.
It was pretty great.
That sounds fun.
Well, I found that very interesting because I saw it on a Saturday morning. I was like, wow, she's out of it. But I was obsessed watching the process because you made a whole video, step by step, of how she was doing all this stuff. And then it kind of turned into she was doing her own bikini model shoot.
Oh, no, stop it.
Yeah, let's plug that again.
I can exist, okay?
Yes. Promo code It's Erik Nagel will get you 1 month access.
Yes.
Right. The Radio Fam on OnlyFans. Look for all of that.
Now I should put something on there since I'm actually getting plugs
You
here.
have to do it.
Hey man, this whole conference is about making some sales.
Right? I love it. I got to get on it.
Yes, and no business cards as we learned today. It has to be the QR codes so you can put it up there and it's easy access for the youngins.
Yeah, because you can't do blow off a QR code, so you'll behave.
That's fantastic. That is sage advice.
But you're memorable with those the metal ones though. You remembered Omar.
You are selling that real hard.
And if you get pissed off, you just huck them like a Chinese star. It goes right into their head. Hi, Trevor.
Hey, girl. Hey.
He's been looking for an excuse to say huck this entire time because you know where he's going.
If there's a Tua, I'm gonna bash this into your face.
A Hawk Tua?
Not with the question mark.
Well, does Tua Tagovailoa?
They might.
That's a sports thing, Eric.
Yeah, it's a sports reference.
Hey, can we talk about
how uncomfortable I am right now?
Were walking back from Mexican.
Trevor, he's working his thumb into the back.
Because I think it would be good to get there opinions.
Sorry, what did you say? I'm dealing with this.
Okay, you're dialed in. This is awesome. This is going great.
He has not said stranger danger once.
It's in his eyes.
Can we talk about when I screamed at you on the street and why? And get their opinion?
Yes.
Oh, earlier today?
Jordan, can you walk us into this scenario?
So we're walking up the street. We're looking for somewhere to eat, and we end up at a taco place, a little hole-in-the-wall type thing. Very popular, very limited menu, and that's good because they know what they're doing.
Taco El Gordo.
Was it? Okay, Taco El Gordo.
Was the name of the place.
I'll plug this place because it was fantastic. And I come from an area where there's Mexican food all rampant, and this was fantastic.
Their operation ran like the Soup Nazi episode in
exactly.
Seinfeld. Pick up your tray. Here's how you order at this station, this station, this station. Get through it and then get out.
It triggered my inner, oh fuck, I'm from New York and I'm doing the wrong thing.
Right.
Because they go, stand over there. And the guy on the other counter starts yelling at me like, what are you, like,
Well,
he's
because
doing
we
the thing.
lined
And I'm
up.
like, shit, I'm getting it wrong.
They told us to line up in a certain area, so we did, and the guy goes, you guys go over here. And we're like, okay. So we move over, and then the guy just yells, how many? What do you want? Tacos. That's it. We don't tell you what's on there. We don't need to ask him
They
to
make it how they
omit
think
anything.
it needs to be
All right.
made, and you are
So-
going to enjoy
Fantastic.
what they give you.
Delightful. But to move this along a little bit, we have a good meal. We realized the time. We thought we had a plan of starting the show around 5 o'clock as he was telling everybody, and then got bummed that he was at least an hour and a half late, which is the standard
Which was
everything
not
goes.
our fault because we were having Wi-Fi issues with the hotel.
That's neither
we
here
did.
nor there. So we're walking back from this taco
walking
place.
back down Fifth Street.
Okay.
We get to a corner. We're waiting for the light to turn because we didn't want to walk. We start to go. Eric is doing the,
Yeah, I mean, he's looking around. He's
I would
checking
like to
things
go
out.
there. And I see, walking towards us, this fucking street vendor or street performer
I'm gonna say, do you
with
have it on there?
a giant fuck you boa constrictor wrapped around his entire body.
Oh my god.
I'm going to bring it up on the screen for the audience to see.
Immediately.
There it is.
We're going to have a problem. I immediately,
Are you terrified of
I'm
snakes?
on the, yes.
Oh,
yes. I'm
okay.
on the balls of
You're
my
talking
feet.
to Indiana Jew here. He can't stand
I am
snakes.
immediately in like, we are in conflict danger mode. It's either me or him. It's going to be me. I'm out of here.
Now, mind you, Eric's looking
It's
around.
going to be May.
I'm not paying attention either. Rob is running
Eric,
as
let's
if he's
fucking go.
trying to win
He
an
goes,
Olympic
no,
medal.
I go, let's
One at
go.
a time, one
and
at a
I
time.
grab him and I pull him and I go, do you not fucking see what's coming at us right now?
Because we
Let's go.
We were at the corner.
Walk around a man, it's not going to come at you.
What the fuck are
We were
Let me
at
get
the
more of
corner. I thought you were annoyed that the light had changed to
Yeah.
walk, and you were walking anyway.
I'm screaming
I had no
situational
idea there was a
awareness,
snake
asshole.
right next to me.
So overwhelmed.
I'm so upset. I am literally like, I immediately am 15 feet away from where we were just standing, and I'm yelling at him mostly because Jordan saw, and he's doing like, he got his phone out, and he sees me having a meltdown, so he's just taking pictures. Eric's just like, I don't understand. What's the problem? Why were you upset? And I go, motherfucker, you're from New York. You have to see this shit coming. He's a pro, and I'm screaming
You're
at
right.
this guy.
Hey,
And I
freaking
can
out.
clearly see him looking over his shoulder, realizing that I'm screaming about him. And I'm like, he's a fucking problem. He's got a snake wrapped around his body. We should call somebody. He should be collected and taken the fuck out of here.
Hold on.
Fuck that guy.
Hold on.
Gotta go.
Hold on. You are
all
right.
amped up.
Yes. In New York City, walking around, I'm never looking up. I'm there, and I have one headphone on so I can hear
Get
and see
fucking
everything.
ahead.
I'm not in New York, so yeah, I'm in tourist
See,
mode, and I'm doing
no!
the looking up in there, and I will get hit
You're
by a
not allowed.
pedicab.
Straight the fuck ahead.
I know. It was my fault. I didn't see the guy with the carnivorous raptor around him and Rob
Not a dinosaur.
screaming.
So he realizes I'm freaking the fuck out.
He
So
runs
starts
into an
sandbagging.
intersection.
He starts sandbagging and plants his feet. And he's like, I don't, what's the problem? And I'm like, obviously the problem is right there. He's got a fucking snake wrapped
And here's
around
what
him.
happened. I turned around and I go, oh shit, there's a guy with a snake around him. Get a photo. And I started yelling at you, why
They're
didn't you get a
standing
photo?
in the middle of the street to get a photo.
Yeah,
I'm already
100%.
3 doors down. I wish you would play the song right now. I'm 3 doors down going, what the fuck is wrong with you? And they wouldn't move.
Just leave them.
Mind you, Rob's
Yes!
stepping over like
Now
homeless
we
people
understand
and not
each other.
caring.
I mean,
See,
I don't get a snake.
I
but
can't say
can
much
understand.
because
Honestly, if I saw you on a dating app, I would have blocked you and reported you for fucking spam right now. And when it says why, and I go,
Nothing wrong
she
with
likes
that.
fucking snakes.
But see, but I get it. But I always
No,
say,
they're not.
I always
No, they're not.
I used to have one named Louie.
I have a dog named
That's his
Louie.
dog's
You
name.
are breaking my motherfucking heart.
Here you go.
Oh my god.
now.
Tarantulas and spiders, though.
Cool. I'm
Right.
glad you have a line
Yes,
somewhere.
that's what you say. Because I always say, the way you're feeling right now is either you have that about snakes, spiders, or rats. And or mice. So everybody has one. So you're snakes. I'm the same with you.
There's
I
a
don't mind
reason
mice
the
or
Bible
snakes.
says fuck
Don't
those
like
guys.
So which one you don't like? You don't like
Spiders.
You don't
I'm
like
not big into
spiders. You don't like
Wait.
snakes?
Which Bible? Yours or ours?
What's the difference?
Okay. Oh, we started on yours
There's a
and then
big
went
difference.
to ours. You're right.
Which one are you terrified of?
Complex
Snakes, spiders,
carbohydrates.
or mice?
Mice,
we're into
no.
it.
Rats,
Did you get
yeah,
that? Was that
because
good?
I've walked through Manhattan and I've seen at night garbage bags move on the side of the street, and you know
Yeah,
there's like
footballs
dozens of
with
rats
legs in
everywhere.
Manhattan, so like you can't
I feel
be afraid
bad
of.
for them.
Yeah.
I think they're cute,
yeah,
but I don't want them to near
What
me.
do you
like, they're
not
gross.
think is cute? And if you say me, I'm gonna have a bigger
Spiders are
meltdown.
Awful.
Spiders.
Spiders are terrible.
Okay.
Tarantulas.
That's it.
Okay.
I think snakes are so cute.
Okay.
Their little tongues.
Can't do that.
You should be on a government watch list.
Fair.
If I was
I'm a
sitting next to
snake.
you on a plane, I would be nervous.
Well, she won't
Mice
have
are
a
cute.
snake wrapped around her, so
Mice
I think
are
you'll be all
cute.
right.
I think
Except
mice are
when you
cute.
try to feed them to your motherfucking snake.
Is this
Yeah,
a
that's
therapy
sad.
session?
Yeah,
He's
no, I
having
think
some
that's
issues.
terrible.
I'm glad he can't
I
hear
never
any of it.
Isn't it
fed
my job on the
snake
show to have
mice.
meltdowns?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's nice to have a
No,
vacation.
like
every now and
it was small, so I just feed it crickets and mealworms, and like I had geckos too that I did the same thing.
That's awesome and in no way unsettling, and I really don't want us to move on right now.
Are you sure you're not gay?
Animals at one point.
I think
said
it's
that,
very
and I know
fucking
you're
straight to
sarcastic,
say fuck all that when you see a snake.
I mean,
and
none
quite
of us-
honestly,
How about
anyone who
this?
says they're a snake person, I get uncomfortable around.
I'd swipe left.
Because
100%.
I get it.
And I would trash you and block you for spam.
Literally same for spiders. Like I get it.
Some guy with a
Get it.
tarantula in his hand.
Oh my god, I don't know. They did a thing on TikTok where Reese's Puffs, you could quote unquote win a tarantula in the box, and like you would open the thing and there would be a tarantula in the box, and they did this trend.
Was it one of those wacky wall things? You'd throw it against the wall and it would crawl the way
Like the
down?
No,
octopus?
but oh my god, there's that one with the huntsman spider in Australia that's on the wall and it like attacks the cameraman.
It jumps like a face hugger.
Yeah,
right on.
absolutely not.
Don't go to fucking Australia.
I don't plan on
Problem
it.
solved.
Well,
I don't plan
California
on
has
it.
tons of tarantulas,
It's the
don't they?
Size
Arizona
of your face.
does.
No, I mean maybe, but I don't go to those fucking places. Hey, it's
They
called
show
Death
up-
Valley for a
they
reason.
show up in your
the
house.
Undertaker's from there. I'm not going.
Wait a second. So do you not mind spiders?
I don't want them in my house, but if they're outside, I'll just be like, what the fuck ever. I don't like them. I'm not going, oh, look how fucking cute, like you are with snakes. No, they're not.
No, I don't want them
Mike
to
on
like
her.
choke me to death.
Marie.
I don't want them. Sorry. I
You
don't
hold
want them
that.
to like choke me.
Good, I'm glad you have a line.
Or, like, boa
unfortunately, I would think
constrictors.
someone like you would be like, they're choking.
No, but
I'm
like.
sorry, I'm being an
I mean,
asshole.
choking, but like constricting.
Maybe I'm not.
No.
Rob flirts
I don't
weird.
want death.
Like I don't want to
Got it,
die
got
by a snake, but I think if I had one as a pet, I don't know.
No.
He's looking for a friend to go
obviously-
get mani-pedis.
Seriously.
If you have a snake, I think you should stop listening to this fucking podcast. I think you're a problem.
Really doesn't like
Wow.
I really don't.
Apparently
If
they
they're
found that out
We
really
don't
today.
snake people.
No, snake people are worse. Snakes are born snakes. What are you gonna do?
Well, they're
I mean,
not-
get rid of them.
They're not born spiders.
The
so-
guy who's wrapped a fucking snake around his body and is trotting down Fifth Street in San Diego, go fuck yourself.
I'm not saying he's not
Get
weird.
out of society. You're the problem.
He was minding his own
I was gonna
business.
say,
he,
I don't-
wasn't. He was literally in everyone else's business.
He was
I'm
crossing the
screaming into
street.
microphone. I'm sorry.
Did he say anything to you?
Not one
No,
thing.
he said, he did say something to me. He said, I'm a fucking problem who's walking this way. So I said, cool,
His sass is
check,
coming in.
I'm walking that way.
You did not read his thoughts.
Maybe.
He was just minding his own business.
Hey, maybe that's his support animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he has a license to bring that on a plane, on the bus, everywhere he needs to go. That's his therapy pet.
Maybe he just needs a hug constantly.
That is the dumbest
There you
fucking
go.
thing you've said to me in the last 2 days. And you literally sat and explained to me why your water bottle money shotted you and didn't
Well, hold
make
on.
any connections.
Let's do Russian roulette again. Let's see if it does it. Nope, didn't do it this time.
He's telling me this story.
Can't perform in
Can't
the
put
crowd.
seltzer in the water bottle because it makes it overflow and explode. And I go, "That's awesome,
What?
Eric. Thank you for telling me that." That's
Can't
a
put
wonderful
seltzer in
story.
a metal water
So
bottle.
basically, okay.
You can't.
Huh?
Because he gets a blast to the face every time he opens.
No, the carbonation builds up, and something with the metal makes this thing go crazy.
The pressure, yeah.
But
Okay.
that's not what it was. It was
Well, what's the
Crystal
money
Light
shot?
Fruit Punch. And it shot up in my face in the middle of the plane. I just went like this, and it soaked me in the face. My blue shirt turned red, and the lady next to me just goes, "I don't have any napkins." And I didn't say anything to her. I just stared straight ahead, and I hit the stewardess button, and then she came over, and she's like, "What can I get you?" And I said,
he goes like-
"Napkins." She gives me a handful of napkins, and she goes, "Oh, yeah, here's some extra." And I said, "Thank you."
And she
then
looked at him and
walked
said,
away.
"Bless your heart."
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're an idiot. Yep.
Who knew? Who knew? There was no carbonation in Crystal Light Fruit Punch, but apparently the change in cabin pressure made this thing quite crazy.
I would
Because I
think
turned
so.
it up and it just wouldn't stop. I had to
Well,
slam it shut,
if it
or else it
blow-
would have kept going.
If it bloats your insides, it's going to bloat whatever's in there.
It
What'd you
looked
say
like
was
that
it?
scene in Ghostbusters 2
you think that's
when they
something
got to
he
shoot the
concerns
goo
himself
on the
with?
guy. I'm talking.
Wait, what did you say? What was in it?
Therapy session.
Sprite?
Keep going.
Crystal Light Fruit Punch.
Oh.
Nothing carbonated.
Oh.
But
Well,
very
that's
red
different.
staining. It looked like my hand was bleeding. Everything stained. And I had to sit there from Houston to San Diego and then pick up my luggage and clean myself off.
You
in the
had also
bathroom.
had like 9 flights before that, so it could have been.
It was a day.
Could have been anything.
It was a day.
Fruit punch cocky? Or
What?
is that what
Fruit punch.
No, it's a fruit.
cocky.
It's a
Fruit
fruit.
punch
It's,
cocky.
no, it's a fruitcaki.
Fruit cocky.
Oh.
I like that better.
Yes.
It's a terrible title of the show.
Well, that could be the title, but I was thinking more of Rob comes out ... to San Diego.
That's perfect.
Okay, we'll do
Sorry,
that then. All right, Kira, you're in a situation. Do you want to plug anything or not right now?
Plug you.
Wow. Well, I can plug me.
Okay.
I don't,
Rob, shut
everything
up.
else is a little complicated.
Okay, plug your
But-
podcast then.
I can plug my podcast, yeah. I'm Kira Kathleen, Kira K Radio on all socials, and I have a podcast called Finding My Perfect Awkward that's everywhere.
Yes.
About media professionals, radio, mental health. Literally, I had an episode with Chris Cruz about chicken wings. Like, it's literally about everything.
All right. Was it like your own hot ones? Were you sitting around eating chicken wings?
No,
or-
I was talking about how I could be blindfolded and literally, thank you for playing footsies with me. I
He's gay,
could be
it's okay, doesn't mean
blindfolded, blindfolded, and tell you where the chicken fingers would be from, no matter what was on them, because I love chicken so much.
Is that on your resume? Because it should be. That is a skill.
It's a skill that
I
I'm
love
proud of.
chicken fingers and snakes.
Fried snake chicken fingers.
He really doesn't like me.
I think, honestly, I thought you were absolutely lovely up until the point you went, "They're so cute." And then I was just done.
She's so sweet and innocent, and you're just
She
being
absolutely
a
is. She
sassy
just has
bitch.
one awful opinion.
Sweet and innocent
And that's enough to
is
completely
a
judge someone.
stretch, but I appreciate you.
Marie, we got your plugs in, right? We got all your plugs and stuff in? Okay.
Yeah.
I need to go.
right.
But thank you for
Thank you
stopping. I just think it's cool that you guys are doing this here. Like, I love that you guys are doing
Well, I got to thank Carla, Marie, and Anthony because they did it a couple years ago. They were doing their show, and I go,
They did.
I was like, why isn't anybody else doing this? This is a great. I didn't know I could. Otherwise, I would have brought this out there. So this year, I was like, yep, we're going to do it here.
Great idea.
So we'll do it every time we're doing a photo. There we go.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fall.
Perfect.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you so much. Do you got to run too?
What?
You got to run and do stuff, or?
No, I'm chilling.
Okay. Do you want to come
If
over?
you want me
we
to
haven't talked to
chill.
Anna yet. Yeah, come on over here. Come on.
You can sit wherever you want.
Look at this. Look at
Oh,
this.
that's
She's
the way to
making
do
an
it.
entrance.
Good.
She's punking this interview here.
Have you ever seen the professional tag?
The what?
Professional tag.
No.
So
I've
like they
seen
have
that.
like bars and stuff that you can climb over and run over and go under, and it's all metal and like cushions.
Yeah.
And she just did something like that to get over the couch.
Yeah, she hopped the railing and then just cost him the championship. That's what she did here. I love Anna just walked in here almost like the lady from Ring coming out of the television and just
Right.
took the mic from Rob, and Rob's
sorry.
like, really? And she just snatched it away.
He's
like,
done
"What
with
is
it anyway.
But you don't know how to
Start
do
from
radio.
mic tension.
Yeah, you know how to do radio though.
I?
Rob is kind of learning it as he goes.
Rob, are you a Jew or are you Italian? I couldn't.
Or a
gather.
redhead gay.
Or gay? That's the third option?
Well,
That's the only
apparently
option.
that's been the theme for the whole show.
Jew.
Nice.
Well, that's why
Okay.
I know, we can recognize
Game
our own.
recognizes game. What's up? Nice.
Anna looks like
From the
every
river to
girl
the sea.
I went to high school with who was also in the Jew group.
I like
So
how you
sorry.
two had a like a certain
I
fist
thought you were
bump,
Italian.
like Wonder Jew powers activate.
Yeah, we do.
Form of Star of David.
The form of dreidel.
Yeah.
Shape of a shiksa.
Right.
You know.
Remember when being a Jew was a cool minority until like 10 months ago? And now it's awkward. I used to say that.
Well, you know, it's like fashion. It's in vogue one year.
Right,
and yeah,
it's not
next year
anymore.
the next year it's gauche.
Right, right.
That's a pretty heavy conversation
It
topic
is
for
heavy.
It's Erik Nagel.
But it's I'm not wrong.
What's your
right?
opinion on Deadpool?
Did
you like it?
Marvel movies? Dude, don't ask me about that.
Do you like chicken fingers?
I'm a vegetarian. That's
Are
super
you?
gay?
Well, that's fine.
No, it's not gay. That's fine.
To be a vegetarian.
If you live by that code and aren't faking it, it's perfectly
I'm like
fine.
the fun police when it comes to food.
It's
No,
when
but you're not
when
vegan.
people are preaching.
That is true,
Yeah.
Jordan. I'm not vegan.
It's when people are preaching
It could be worse.
veganism or vegetarianism, and then all of a sudden, well, I make exceptions. Like I'll eat chicken nuggets
no, I don't
sometimes.
Make exceptions. Nothing with a face or an asshole is like my rule for myself.
That's all Rob eats.
Assholes.
No,
Anything with a face and an asshole is what Rob goes for. See,
He's like,
I'm not wrong.
Go either way.
Not wrong.
Thank you for having me
you.
on.
No, I met you today.
Yeah.
And it turns out, like other people I've met, you never know who the other person knows. You never know if your paths have maybe crossed at one point or another. Now, our paths haven't crossed before, but we've been around a lot and worked around a lot of the same people.
Right.
You're from the Tampa area. Do you want to talk about?
I was born in Israel. I try to keep that in the DL, but I was raised in North County, San Diego.
Okay.
So Carlsbad area. I don't know if I know you guys are New York guys, so people think I'm East Coast, but I'm West Coast.
Okay.
Or West Coast.
Right.
But I've been living in Tampa for the last 8 years.
That jean jacket and those ripped jeans say East Coast.
Do they?
Yes.
Everyone asks me, they're like, "Are you from Jersey?" I'm like, I couldn't be from like a farther west. San Diego. I'm basically Mexican.
Right.
Which is disgusting.
She's like, Legoland. I'm not Mexican. You're good.
Legoland. Did you say Legoland?
Yeah, Carlsbad, you're up north.
Hell yeah, dude. I've been to Legoland a time or two.
So we'll say Tampa because your name tag says Tampa.
And then the NA, which means unemployed. That's what that means. Unemployed.
I don't know if you want to talk about where you worked. If you don't want to,
I want to talk about everything. I haven't been in front of a mic in a long time, so I'm like really thirsty for it. As you could probably tell, I was sharking around.
Okay.
Riding bikes, riding the show. It's fine. Do what you want to do.
So let's end strong, and we'll talk with Anna and her history in radio here. Where do you want to start? Where did you work?
I worked at Cox
Right.
Media Group in Tampa.
That means something different to Rob.
Got fired over a tweet.
Yeah.
Then I worked for Bubba the Love Sponge.
Hold on. Let's that. She got fired over a tweet.
Don't ask me what it was over.
No.
Don't ask me what it was over. I don't want to talk about it.
I know what that's like. I worked for a guy who got fired over a tweet. And
Kevin Kline?
No, Anthony Cumia. And it affects all the lives all around you. It affects everybody.
That's how we actually bonded. I was like, I'm a huge Anthony Cumia fan.
Right.
And Gavin McGinnis.
Yeah.
Now, see, I completely misheard that situation. I thought she got fired by tweet.
Yeah.
Like, they tweeted her and be like, your services are no longer needed. A tweet got you fired.
She woke up and had like 470 likes that she was fired by Cox Broadcasting.
Right. We're going to have to let you go.
Times.
It's the most trending thing ever.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. I'm like,
it was timely, not tasteful.
Well, you know.
I don't want to talk. I mean, I don't know your listeners. I don't know what they're about.
Look, all 5 people aren't going to report you. You're all right.
Remember George Floyd?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, okay.
So she was working for Cox Broadcasting down there.
Yeah.
That's where my buddy Calta and Drew Bravo.
I met Calta, and then a week later I was working for The Sponge.
Right.
If you're familiar with Bubba the Love
Sponge, yes.
Yep. Cuck Life, what up?
Mm-hmm. So you were there for a while, and I imagine that didn't go well because here you are.
It went amazing until it didn't.
Okay.
Yeah. It was the best and the worst job I've ever had. I like Wild West radio.
When did you leave Bubba?
April of this year.
All right, so you're fairly
I like how
new
you said
to.
when I left Bubba fired me. Okay,
I'm trying to stop
I've been
tweeting.
Fired? No, it wasn't.
I'm not emptying your bag of laundry. I'm leading you
I
to
actually
do
learn
to
from my
yourself.
mistakes. I just keep making new ones.
Right.
Okay.
Different media that you're doing.
So, all right, you wound up getting fired by a tweet by Bubba.
No, that was for the Cox.
So you get fired from Bubba. Was your time at least enjoyable while working for Bubba?
It was good until it wasn't. The last 6 months were a bit rough, but up until that point, it was the best job I ever had. It was so much fun. It was too addicting.
Right.
I stayed much longer than I should have, probably.
Well, it didn't. Rob, can you take that mic there from that? Thank you. They were having a side discussion that didn't pertain to this. So you worked for Bubba. Job of a lifetime, didn't really work out. You're gone.
Right.
What are your aspirations now? What are you looking to do?
Oh, Jesus. I want to do I wanted to do Hot Talk. I want to do this. I like this. I've been working like men's lifestyle radio.
She tells me she's big fans of Anthony and Gavin, and I said, well, that's great. I don't work there anymore. I can't even do anything to help you with that.
But at least
Where were you 5 months ago?
You get where I'm coming from.
I do.
You understand.
You understand this world. You understand how this is all done.
I'm a big fan of stand-up comedy. Never. I think I did an open mic twice. I'm like, no, this isn't my medium.
No
but
way. Yeah.
Massive fan of stand-up. Got in a lot of trouble actually. I went to a show in Orlando. Do you know who Andrew Schultz is?
Yes.
This is right before he blew up, and I knew that we paid like $30 for a ticket, and I told my buddies, I'm like, this same ticket next year is going to be like $250. We got to go see this guy. And we went to the show. I don't know if you heard about this, but there was a woman who had a seizure in the audience, and I was there.
I was that woman having the seizure.
I was like at the show where the tiger ate the dude. So I went home and I got on Instagram and told about the story about how I was at the show where this bitch had a seizure, and then someone screenshotted me saying that, shared it on the American Foundation of Epilepsy.
Oh my God.
And it was probably had about 100 phone calls demanding I be fired. I had people giving me death threats on Twitter.
Do you like snakes?
Do I like snakes? Not especially.
It's dark and we can still see your shirt
he is
glowing.
the brightest thing we've ever seen. And I think
This is
his
Trevor,
phone
right?
went down. Oh,
Yes.
no, you took
I'm
it
a
off.
ray of sunshine on a cloudy day.
I want to go that far.
I
told you something.
Kira likes to keep me in check,
Yes.
Yeah.
but she loses.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
There's people casualing around. We got to get to the end of this show. We've been on for the lighting's obviously changing.
Mood lighting.
I don't know what's going on with this DJ setup over here. There's
Oh, we got kicked
decorative
out.
bikes.
By the way, they're closing.
Oh, they kicked you out?
I texted you about
The whole
that,
party.
Oh, you did?
There's literally no one here except you guys.
Literally
I was going to say, what is all
If
Did
this?
you not
then?
notice that
There's literally not a soul.
I know the music
Now it's-
stopped, but I was like, all right, good. The music stopped. I thought people
now
were
this
still
is the
hanging.
hits music CD? Stop playing.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I was going to say, no one's come over
Sounds
here
sober.
and told us to leave.
No.
Fine.
It was
with
clear
me.
we weren't supposed to be here in the first place. Nobody cares.
Okay, good. We'll continue
Nobody
then.
cares.
So, Anna,
Keep going.
you want to do talk radio. You want to get back into this
Yeah, but
world.
if I have to be, and we talked about this earlier, I'm like, if I have to be a TikTok influencer, I'm quitting tomorrow.
Yeah,
So,
we talked about...
I can't pull it off.
Jordan and I have had this discussion too, where it was like we put some stuff up online. We think it's really good. Some of it hits, a lot of it doesn't, and we see the stuff that does hit on there. And we just can't bring ourselves to taping every little facet of our life, doing a fake dance or whatever the trend is, just because that will get you views and that builds up your engagement. But it doesn't mean anything. Like,
Well,
there's no substance to the content you're putting out.
And the content that we're putting out there is not getting pushed. We did some content that we decided to put out on TikTok and Instagram and all this stuff, and we were finding nobody was checking it out, like zero. There was no engagement, which is weird because I could put up a video of my kids doing stupid stuff and I'll still get 200-300 views, likes, whatever. There's something blocking what we were talking about because we were having that.
We were
Taylor
intentionally
Swift.
doing stuff to put out there to piss off people.
Yeah,
Something blocking what you were talking about. Probably good taste and common sense.
Well, we've never put that out. All I'm saying is that we were putting out stuff about Taylor Swift, and it wasn't bad content.
Like
it wasn't
what?
bad.
Like what? What were you saying about
We
her?
were just talking about some music that she may or
There's
may
drunk
not.
guys.
She's an ISIS operative. Did you hear about that?
No, I haven't heard that part yet.
Her shows in Vienna were canceled because
I heard about that. I just So it was just weird that that particular topic just got buried. Like just nothing happened with it. And it was like,
we put stuff out there. You try to be creative. You try to be different, but then they just care. Like you were saying, cat videos, stupid dance trends, women that look like they're almost about to get naked before the video cuts off, and then they go looking at their links for the OnlyFans thing. Those things all blow up, and look, I get the third one. The other two, I don't. What?
You have a type.
It's on my Explorer page. It's that, wrestling, Simpsons, and cruise ships. Those are the four
What is your
things.
type of woman?
My type of woman?
Yeah, let's talk about Erik.
Breathing. Quiet.
Walking. That's optional.
I don't know. I don't know if I really have a type.
Rob's into herpetology.
He is. And pegging. We learned that earlier today in the show.
That's,
I would have a reaction if I knew what that meant.
Into reptile snakes, various
I was
cold-blooded
part of the
animals.
herpetarium club in middle school, yeah. I used to babysit skinks, actually.
Skanks?
Yeah.
No, skinks.
Rockefeller skinks.
Yes. Skinks. It's like a gecko, essentially.
Yep.
She's not the woman for you, Rob. Right. She loves reptiles. She loves skinks.
Yeah.
I used to babysit
Rob's
skinks.
terrified.
Yeah.
Not skinks, but skinks.
Rob ran into a guy with a...
yeah, let's tell another story for a third time in a row.
That's right. Rob ran into a guy. We were walking back from lunch, had a snake all wrapped around him.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Oh, you did hear that? And
Yeah,
he freaked out and ran into the
was
intersection
screaming.
like a girl.
He jumped into his arms like Scooby-Doo on Shaggy. Just get me out of here.
People who own exotic pets, that's a red flag.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. If it's like you see a giant iguana or a parrot, it's a red flag.
Wait.
Literally?
Those.
Yeah.
What's a yellow flag?
A parret is a problem?
Yeah, I think so.
Parrots
if
don't
they bring
die.
In like a macaque.
They last like 80 years.
You pass them down in wills.
Yeah.
It's like owning them. It's literally just
Nobody wants a parrot.
They're so thirsty for attention that I refuse to give it to them. You know what I mean? Like I won't.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think we're just learning more about you right now.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, like I think we just, I think we just touched on something.
Yeah, I can't give attention to people who they're so thirsty for it that I have to withdraw.
Unless it's on Twitter.
On Twitter, dude. Yeah. Twitter did me dirty. I haven't been on social media for about 2 years now.
You're not missing anything, but
Right.
if we learned anything from this conference, everything is about social media.
I understand.
Your shows have to be on
That is how
social
you
media.
brand
Your
yourself.
presentation has to be on social media.
Absolutely.
And that seems to be the only way to brand and sell yourself to any company
But it's
now.
also heroin, so
To the right people, yes.
it is.
Didn't work for Artie Lang too well.
You know, I believe in you.
What happened to his nose, by the way? Is he okay?
He did a line of I guess it was the powdered heroin, and the woman he was with that night broke something, and there was glass in the mixture. He came out of the bathroom, didn't know there was glass in there. Snorted it all up, and then within a few moments, blood just started gushing out of his face. He goes to the hospital. The whole septum was fucked up, and that's why his nose turned into what it did.
He's like a different human being.
But he went into rehab for the longest time, and
Is he clean now?
from what I understand, yeah, he got out.
We only hear when like a comic who's friends with him eventually brings it up on a different podcast and says something.
Well, like the last I heard was a while ago. Colin Quinn said something that he had talked to Artie, and he's with his mom, I guess, in Florida.
Yeah,
and he was doing fine. He's just staying away from all of this stuff that led him down that path right now. So that's all I know. But like Rob said, from other comics who have made mention that they've heard from Artie and talked to somebody that just talked to Artie, everybody has pretty much come to the same conclusion that Artie's doing okay.
Is he still doing stand-up?
I don't think so. I don't think he's doing anything because he left. He had a very popular podcast where he left that money on the table. He was making tons from stand-up and everything else, and everything had to go away for him to recover. And who knows? Maybe he shows up one day. I don't know. He's always been very nice to me. Every time I had to work with him, or he was because he did a show with Anthony for a while. It was Artie and Anthony together. And I love Artie. I hope he's doing all right. But yeah, that's all I know. He's doing the best, and you want to come see him come back and do stand-up, but you also don't want the guy to die. So
Right.
it just sucks that it came down to those two extremes. That he's either this or he's that.
Right.
But yeah, that's all I know. He's doing all right, I guess, from what we understand. We should probably wrap this up. We've been doing this long enough, and now there's an audience that are having their own conversations while we're doing this. So let's do the plugs, and then we can get out of here. Anna, what would you like to plug? Anything? You have a podcast. You can plug your podcast.
Yeah, Homemade Broadcast. That's probably about it. No social media. I don't do social media.
What is it called again?
Homemade Broadcast, HMB Radio.
Okay, and you can find that Apple, Spotify, those places?
Yeah, YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Do you do video with it or just audio?
We do video.
All right, so the YouTube.
Video, audio,
all those places. Like, subscribe, help her out. Homemade Broadcast, it's called?
Yes, HMB Radio.
And you do it with who?
Will Coons, who's amazing. He's one of my best friends that I met at Cox. Great guy. But yeah, we have good chemistry, and if you're into some spicy content, like to push boundaries, then we're probably for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Need more of that anyway.
Rob, are you taking on any new clients?
Yeah. Who are you representing?
I feel like I picked up a few with this conference thanks to you. You really just put me over left and right.
We never mentioned that part of the story. People were coming up to me asking about Rob, and they were going, Is he taking? What agency did he work at? I said he was one. I said he was one of the big agencies, but he went out on his own. He's got his own thing now. Is he taking on any new clients? I said, I don't know. I can ask him. I'll find out for you. And then I tell Rob, and he's just staring daggers into my heart.
Because I look at him and I go, no one's gonna believe I'm an agent. He goes, they all believe you're an agent.
Right.
Fucking why? He goes,
They have no reason not to.
Because you look like
you
that.
look like an agent. You look like Ari from Entourage.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Very true.
And the way you dressed is how an agent dresses down when they're not in LA. And it's still higher up than everybody else. With the white sneakers, with the jeans that you had, the shirt with the Italian writing tucked in. You looked like an agent
Most of
that was off
is
duty.
untrue, but I understand that is what you believe.
That is what I saw.
That is what
I'm
you saw.
going with. Even right now, you've got the aviator glasses. You're sitting prim and proper, all straight up with perfect posture. You're very well manicured and put together. There's nobody that doesn't think you look like an agent.
You're used to hanging out with this gremlins.
Jordan,
Wow.
he's right
You're
here.
used to hanging out
He's
with
right
monsters.
here next to me. Why are you saying
Absolute
this?
monsters.
And then Giddles, yes. Kira?
I like snakes.
No, not you.
I see what you're saying. Yes.
You're a delight compared to.
All right, Rob. So Rob has nothing to plug. Kira did her plug. Anna did her plug. Jordan, what do you have?
I'll Watch It Later podcast on Instagram. Is Watch Later Pod. YouTube, we talk about movies. We do all this stuff when I'm not hanging out with Eric.
All right. For me and for this show, it's Erik Nagel across the board on all the social media. Thank you for listening to us on the iHeartRadio app. If you're listening to us at another place or time, Apple, Spotify, those kind of places, do us a kindness. Go over there. Leave us a positive review. It does help out the program. If you want to join us live each and every week as we do the show, normally Thursday nights, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Daylight Time, whatever it is on the East Coast. It's around 8:30 on a Thursday night that we do it. And if you missed the videos, they're all available, all produced up nicely for you on our YouTube channel. Go there and find all of that stuff. I think that is it. Right, we're done?
That's it. We're done.
Okay, until the next time, everybody.
Be excellent to each other.
And we'll be seeing you.
It's Erik Nagel.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Alas, we're out of time.
Follow It's Erik Nagel on social media platforms. For ways to watch and listen to the show, or join us for the live shows, head over to itseriknagel.com. Yo, and remember to tell 2 friends, so they can tell 2 friends, and they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends. You get the idea.
Keep it real, homies.